Good fucking morning. Hello! Good morning. I hope you're awake now. Tell the president to suck my fucking dick. Why are my dogs barking out of fucking nowhere for no reason? Shut up. Good morning, everybody. Awake? Good fucking morning. Happy whatever. I don't know what day it is anymore. I hope today's well, see, this is like the quandary of the dogs, the shitting is that they will, not shit for 24 hours now. So now I just get to like be panicky that they're not shitting. So that's really nice. So that's my favorite part about today is that now they just don't shit for a day because they're cleaned out. But I gave them a shit ton of rice, white chicken, and pumpkin. So we're praying for Zach. Seriously, I just have to tell you what Zach just did. He just comes over to me with these giant $100 sewing scissors I have, like really nice Ginger scissors, and goes snip, snip, and points at a dog. I know what he's gonna do. Are you gonna kill him? I just said he's just trimming their butt hairs because they're fucking so shitty. But Jesus Christ, the shit, so much shit. Good fucking morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Oh, health heart, that's okay. Lurking is good. Shall we cheers? My bong is nice and clean, and I have a half stoner bowl sitting in there. Cut his butt hair, yeah. Because seriously, it was poop. It was poo-mageddon. I mean, it's not a joke. They're like, Trick just had like a cake. Like, have you ever seen abused animals and how they're usually just have shit caked down their ass? That's what Trick looked like. Trick looked like a fucking abused animal. I was like, God damn it, it's just, and this right here. You see where that plug is, that's a plug, that's a cord right there? That's where the shit was. I'm not kidding you. You know where my like ClassyKatie mat is I put back there? They decided to piss out their ass all over the ClassyKatie mat and right there. Right there. In the middle of the night. I'm talking 3 a.m. I'm so glad it doesn't fucking reek like an rotten ass in here anymore. It still stinks, but it smells like, you cleaned the carpets really deep. You know what I'm saying? It was not classy. It was so gross. Yesterday was just so gross. I swear to God. I kept asking Zach every time he took a break. I'm like, will you just come out here and tell me if it actually stinks or if it's just stuck in my face? Like, have you ever, I'm sure you guys have. Most of you have kids, dogs, cats. You guys have the runner. I know you do. When you're in it, it's like stuck in your nose, I guess. The shit smell just gets like stuck in there. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was terrible. The smell. Oh my God, Mr. Fox. The dogs got sick. I have no idea how or why or what happened, but at 3 a.m., they decided to piss all over the floor with their butts. So. Also, I'm using a different camera today, so if it looks funny or you notice me fucking with it a lot, Zach bought himself the Elgato Pro whatever, but he doesn't like it. I guess he said he could never really figure out how to, like, key it in or whatever, so I'm trying it out. So if my camera looks really different or if for some reason you can see pores all of a sudden, that's why. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's real high def. Good morning to Mood. How are you? Yes, you taste it. Exactly, Hex. That's what it was. It was like stuck in me. Oh, cat piss is the worst. 100%. 100%. I will take dog shit over cat piss any fucking day. My husband shares his office with a litter box. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh my God. Dude, I've had friends who had their litter box in their office and we'd be sitting at their computer and all of a sudden you would just be like, your senses would, oh.
Everyone knew Moo.
Fuck off. Did I just miss that whole? I just missed the whole thing. We got to replay it. Hold up. I'm pissed at myself. One moment. Boy, Will, how are you? I just fucking heard that humming in the background. I feel so bad. God damn it. Fuck. Hold up. It's been a weird couple of days. Just a whole lot of carpet cleaning, which is, I clean my carpets all the time. You guys know that I'm kind of a fucking psycho when it comes to that. But I do it when I want to, not because there's like piss shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Recent events. There we go. I have to. I heard it too. I knew it was happening in the background. I'm pissed at myself. Here we go. It should replay better. Are you kidding? I hear nothing. There's a resub. Interesting. I can replay the resub, but not the fucking tip? Okay, this is what it said. I apologize. I don't have a funny voice like the little Welsh man.
Go, Pikachu. Come out.
Wait, did I get it? Did I do it?
I'm gay.
Fohammer_490 tipped $5. CK was the night before capitalismus and all through the house not a creature was stirring except for Billith and Trick shitting all over CK's desk as if possessed by a never-ending shit goblin elf demon delivering liquid brown presents for everyone you woo.
It's too real, Zoe. Fuck, that is too real. It was. It's just shit demons. It's just so... And, like, I've never had indoor big dog. I have pores. Look at this shit. I don't know. I was fucking with the camera this morning after I shampooed the carpets. Like, you can... Maybe you can't. I don't know. It's pretty high... This is high def. For me. For me, it feels very high def, this camera. It feels much more... I don't know. I feel very personal. I feel very personal with you right now. Good morning, little sister. How are you? Did you love that wet wipe video I sent you? I fucking died. Barilla, thank you so much for summoning the class. Keeping the classy alive. I'm giving it any swings for fucking ever. I'm one of your top 4. Dude, I was like 5 different people's top 4 Twitch thing, which is wild because I feel like I've destroyed my own life. Like, just in the past couple years, I just my health, my body and my health and all that has just... So the fact that you guys still want to hang out with me is phenomenal, and thank you from the bottom of my sack. I appreciate you a lot. I'm not worth it. Find someone cooler. Next time they want to send them to Golgotha and they need to go outside, seriously. And that's the thing, normally, like, they've gotten sick before and the dogs are pretty good about it. They do this thing where they look at you and they just go... They just do these short bursts of pants, and that usually means I need to go outside immediately. And so they're usually really good about it. It was because it was 3 in the morning. I think we were asleep. Big question, why are you wiping your dog's asses? They got sick, Sarah. That's why I wasn't live yesterday. Not even kidding. 3 o'clock in the morning, Lilith decided to lay a pile of liquid shit right there. Right behind me. And so yesterday literally was just... me shampooing carpets all day long. The smell was so fucking bad. I actually I got this, like, it's like baking soda specifically meant for carpets. You know how you use baking soda to get rid of weird smells? It's like this baking soda, OxyClean, whatever, to put in the carpets, and it helps dry them out and get rid of the smell. So I sprinkled that everywhere last night and left it overnight. And I mean, I'm either just saturated in shit and I just don't know anymore, or the smell is better. I don't know if they ate something or not. That's the weird part. I can't figure it. Like, no. We don't give them anything weird. They're pretty much on not a strict diet, but we're, like, boring, so we give them the exact same thing every time, the exact same treats every time. Well, I was thinking about that, or, Giardia, because I take them on walks sometimes, or I'll take them to the park close by, and they'll drink puddle water, and that's how you get Giardia, so I thought about something like that, but they haven't, I mean, it was literally just yesterday. What the fuck? Kendo, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it 8 swings, and tipping, the tip, not the sub. Katie, I'm going to smoke some pot now, because obviously I'm too sober for this. Kendo, thank you so much for 1,000 biddies, you generous hoe. I appreciate you. Blame Rod, didn't he have him while you were away? He did, but I don't think they had, like, I think we gave him the shits. I think, honestly, part of me thinks they have the shits because they miss Rod's house. Like, that was, our first instinct was like, well, what if they were just, they just miss the dogs and Rod, and, like, this is just the weirdest, like, what if they're just kind of tumultuously stressed out, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe. I wish they had more than a top 4. They have those numbers, and my analyst brain wants to see them. I kind of feel the same about my own, because I watch so many more than 4 streamers, and I watch them a lot. Like, and I know you guys feel the same. Like, when you guys get your Twitch thing, it always says, like, these are your 4 people. But who the fuck is only... I mean, there's those of us who watch, like, 1 or 2 streamers, sure. But I watch many more than 4 streamers for thousands of hours. Like, I put them on in the background all the time. So I feel like... I guess I feel like sometimes my top 4 on the Twitch thing is subject to who's live when I'm not working. and I just put them on in the background while I do other stuff. It feels unfair to other friends. I don't know. I get that. Anus, how are you? I received an email from the Dutch embassy congratulating me. I had to take an integration exam, all things, culture, laws, language, etc. Of Dutch? Jesus. And I apparently got everything at 100%. God damn. Now I only need to send some documents to the Dutch Immigration Services. They'll study, excuse me, they'll study them and I have a very high chance to get approved. That's amazing. You had to learn Dutch? What a fucking wildly complicated language for you to just 100%. Like, do you have any background in Dutch? Because Dutch? I mean, shit's wild. I ain't hating. It's a beautiful language, but I would never, what? No. Kendo, thank you so much for gifting 10 subs in the chat, you silly fuck. You're so fucking nice and generous, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Ugh. Goblin Love, Lust Hawk, Norel. Oh my god. Didn't I learn how to say your name? Norel? Is it Norel? Fuck. I learned how to say it right last week, and I forgot already. Tamina, Hito, Morty Rocks, Creel, and Inhuman Militia. You're all butt wizards. Oh, wait, and more. Orgic. It split it up weird. Orgic, Gravity Hunter, and Mad Matter. You're all butt wizards, the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way. Because nothing's sexier. Hold on. I will say, if you're in the market for a new webcam, I've been using the Elgato Facecam before today for a bit. Now I'm using the Pro. The one thing I noticed I really prefer with the Elgato Pro over the Elgato, and this has nothing to do with functionality or anything. A, it's not USB, it's USB-C. USB-C, 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 whatever. It's USB-C, which is fucking nice because I'm sure you do too. Everybody has too many fucking USBs plugged into their PC. Everything is fucking USB. And these days, everything is USB 3.0 and it needs its own fucking little strip and blah, blah, blah. It's just garbage. So that's really nice. Also, the camera is so much heavier. So if you've been around my stream for any amount of time, I'm sure you've heard me complain about my Elgato Facecam in that the cord is heavier than the camera itself. So the cord can just yank the cord is significantly heavier than the actual camera. So it's really hard to get it to just sit on my monitor because the cord just makes it like tilt backwards. The Elgato Pro is exponentially heavier. Like so much heavier. Not fucking like I'm struggling to pick it up, but it's so much heavier. It actually feels like it has weight perched on the top of my monitor. I don't know. I really like that. That's like my first notice about it. Your boyfriend's Dutch? Oh, okay. All right. That makes so that's you've got a one up. You've got a one up. You are my most baked streamer. Oh my god. On that note, cheers. I got to live up to it, right? Oh, no shit. My top 4 only accounts for half of the time they listed. Interesting. I want to know the numbers too. I wonder if there's a website that, like, you know how there's like Twitch streamer analytic websites and shit like that. I wonder if there's one like that. Sorry, I got to pack a bowl and grind up weed apparently. The song? No. Wait, did you put it in chat? No, will you post? I'm sorry if I missed it. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was on me if I totally missed it. But I'm ready for it now. Good morning, Berserker. How are you, love? My pleasure. Nope, you're one of the very few that are worth watching. Oh God, stop. Thank you. I appreciate you. You had a feeling? I got a feeling. Ooh-hoo. That tonight's gonna be good. I fucking hate that song. Have I ever told you guys that that's probably one of my least favorite songs in the entire world? That and Parking Lot by Counting Crows. Fucking shoot me in the face. I would rather die than ever hear those songs ever again. Ever! The lens mightier than the cord. Yes. Wandering in finally. Dude, I can't even. The struggles of streaming. I mean, it's all worth it when it pays off, when it works, but Jesus Christ. Sister, we going to Norway or what? Dude, I'm down. The Hubs and I went to my company holiday party last night, got fucking baked. Oh my God, what was it like going to a dispensaries company party? What was that like? Did you smoke all the weed I gave you, or did you leave some at mom's? I think there was some left over, but I threw it away. Because it was like, It was those little pre-rolls, and I never smoke a whole one. I literally light it, take a couple really deep drags off it, and put it out, and they stink so bad when you put them out halfway through, so I threw them away because I knew Mom would be like, "This is disgusting." I think, yeah, but it was like a half-smoked whatever. Oh, thank you, Rod. Thank you. Sorry, I have to, like, look under my mic arm. This is terrible. I should find a new system. That's horrible. Good morning, Ninth Pawn. How are you? They also listed me modding in more channels than I know about. What? A Roots mod lookup tool appears to not show channels if they've been inactive for a bit. Interesting. That's so fucking weird. Did he say making fuck? Would you like to make some fuck berserker? Ooh, I like this. They do a lot of snooze. Isn't that snooze? Isn't that just dip? Isn't snooze dip? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is it dip that you snort? There's like some weird dip that some people used to snort way back in the day. I don't know. Where's my bowl? I lost her. What was the feeling I had? That tonight's gonna be a good night. I don't know. I am so bad at naming stream. I just fucking pull it out of my ass every day. I think I was listening to Bo Burnham. That funny feeling. I think that's what happened. My wife's director of QA to licensed producer up here in Canada. We just got to move to the Rockies in BC. Is it beautiful? I was just in BC. That's so funny. I got to go home and quote unquote surprise my sister for her birthday. And we went up to Victoria Island with the family and ate some amazing food and went and saw some Christmas trees. It was pretty fun. Gorgeous, but Jesus fucking cold. I don't know. Like, I honestly think Canadians have to be made of something different, or that like your nerves on the surface of your dermis have died, because the only way to like go about your daily activities in that level of freezing is that. Like, I just don't get it. Y'all are nuts. Show me where you pissed from. Wait, don't I have that on here?
Hi, guys.
No.
Yeah, we were in the.
Sorry, who?
Show me where you pissed from. Show me where you pissed from.
I knew I did. What up? Oh, snooze. It is popular. Interesting. Is that the shit that you snort? The loose stuff. Is it that? We employees all got stocking stuff with pre-rolls, gummies, lighters, and papers. Then we had Weed Olympics. Then we had a dab bar and an open alcohol bar. Oh my God. You are still high. God, I'm jealous. Victoria's beautiful. Grew up in Winnipeg. Oh my God, you're crazy though. Do you feel like you're a different breed of human? I'm being very, very serious. I was in physical pain in Canada a couple times at just the cold, touching my skin. Like, I would just crumble and be like, and I couldn't function anymore. Isn't me. I grew up on the Canadian border. I should be like a half-breed, you know what I'm saying? But not at all. Oh my God. Oh, Viata, I'm gonna have to pull up fucking Discord. I have to see that. I thrive in cold, but once you hit the negatives, it gets a little dicey for me. No wind's nice. The wind, honestly, I think is what really does it for me. If it's just stagnantly cold, I'm fine. It doesn't like hurt, but the moment that wind hits, abso-fuck-no. That wind is so bad. Oh, you stick it up in your upper lip. Wait. So in America, but it's the same shit as dip, right? As like dip tobacco? Is it the same thing? Because the guys here, honestly, I've seen like 3 girls ever do it. I'm sorry to gender. It's like they hood it here in their bottom lip. So they always have like a lump all the time. I like this song, Rod. I'm saving this. That was I Prevail. I gotta move my mic arm. This is so annoying. I Prevail. There's Fear in Letting Go. I like that song a lot. That was good. Good pick. Zaquarion, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an 8 swings for 28 fucking months in a row. That's a long time, and I appreciate you.
Hail the Dank Lord, bitch.
Thank you. I'm a half-breed. You totally are. I don't know. Sarah, I mean, my sister can attest. It's not like I'm just sitting there like, ooh, I'm cold and this is miserable. I like crumble and I can't move. and my body starts to hurt. I don't know what it is. I think I'm broken when it comes to cold. But I can be out in 100-degree weather and be cold and need a sweatshirt. I don't know what it is. I'm like a lizard.
Allow yourself
Cheers.
to be penetrated. Be penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this life.
The cold sucks. You just have no choice. I think you guys adapt. Because when we were in Victoria, I was just casually watching, the locals walking around in half the clothes I had on. And I was like, are you numb? Good morning, Kelty. No, I do not want that. No, I do not. You may keep it. Thank you, though. Google Images shows me dip tobacco. It generally looks more shredded than snus, which is like a wet powder. And so you shove it in your upper lip. Doesn't it just fall apart in your mouth? I'm sorry I'm asking so many questions, but I grew up with a lot of chewers. We call it chew here. And I've seen 2 different forms. Well, 3 technically. There's the really old school form where you literally have a bag of like tobacco leaves and you pull a chunk of it out and it's like wet and sticky and you stick it like in the corner of your mouth and chew on it. Like baseball players used to do that. That's where chew came from. But then I've seen it where it's a little bit more shredded and they take a pinch of it and they like stick it right here. So then you got a lump. And then the third form I've seen is little, it's the same stuff, but it's in little pouches. Like, it looks like those little baggies they put in, like, chips or crisps that keep them dry. You know, the little desiccant bag? That's literally what they look like, and they'll shove that in their lip, but those are the only kinds I've ever seen. Throwing that weird loose shit up in your lip seems like a terrible idea. Oh my god. Is it bad? Am I hunching? I'm trying to move my mic so I'm not doing this. Is this better? I love you. I prefer cold over heat. Granted, I grew up in Minnesota. Sharing is caring. I've had plenty of snow. I don't want any more. I do. It's weird when I get to this cold level where, and this is not a flex. I hate this about myself. If I could change anything about myself, I would make it so I don't react so strongly to being cold because it's almost like a panic attack. I can't control what's happening anymore. Like once I reach this point of cold, my body's no longer making any heat. Like my sister was saying, Nana used to say we were cold-blooded. We are lizards. I don't make my own body heat. I don't know why. I'm a flawed mammal. And so the moment my body like reaches, I can be out in the cold I used to snowboard for fuck's sake, but there's a certain level of cold that once I get there, my entire body clenches, every muscle in my body clenches and just starts to shiver violently in hopes of heating up. That's literally what happens when you get hypothermia. But I'm not getting hypothermia. Like everyone else around me is fine, but my body reacts like I am way, way sooner. And I fucking hate it. It's been that way my whole life. I don't know why. I think it's low blood pressure or something. I used to love winter because snowboarding and skiing, but now they wreck my body. My wrecked body makes me hate it. I feel that spiritually, CJ. And it runs like a motherfucker. Ew. Heavy snooze can break through your mouth to your nose. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen pictures of mouth cancer and shit. That shit's wild. And you can do that to many parts of your body, though. Just FYI. I had a patient who literally had so much anal that, like dry anal, that her husband's penis wore a fistula between the vagina and the anus, and she started leaking shit out her pussy. Your body's very sensitive. Please be safe with it. Wait, did you email me or Discord message me? I can check either one. I wanted to clarify. CK, you live in Seattle. I know it's a terrible time. I like the heat, but I find it easier to find ways to warm up than cool down. So I think overall I'd rather be cold. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That sounds logical, but you've seen me in the cold. Like there is a point where I don't heat up anymore and I just die. They called it chaw. Oh, I've heard chaw. I've heard of it called that before in Ohio growing up. They also bought it. brought in a guy missing most of his lower lip and one cheek to tell us kids not to use it. Jaw cancer is pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. My snowboard's propped up at the front of my apartment, and every time I leave, it taunts me to get back out there. I don't have my snowboard. I think my parents sold it a long time ago, but I loved it back in the day. IR has a much better taste, but carrying around a spit cup's ridiculous. It's for those who work outside with horses or cattle and can spit in the dirt and no one cares. I remember going to school, and all the boys in class would have a soda bottle they'd be spitting in all day. It was so gross. And if they didn't, you'd just puke. You can't just sit there and swallow it. What the oh my god. Wait. Is this by the same Furby person I follow? Babe, don't forget to put the biblically accurate angel atop the tree. Oh my, that's wonderful. I would put that the fuck. By the way, please follow Wandering In for no reason specifically, but you know, shit might be happening. I don't know. It's whatever. Secrets. Secrets. That's fantastic. Email, Twitter. Discord's the only one that for some reason is a hit or miss. I don't know. Sometimes I get messages. Sometimes I'll get notifications, but the message will be empty. But Twitter and email seem to not fuck up. Although Twitter, who knows nowadays? It's the people that just swallow it, I think, are insane. Do you remember when, oh my god, was his name Brett? You remember the brothers that lived at the orchard down the road? And the one that was obsessed with Talitha? I think his name was Brett. Wow, it's been a really long time and I'm blanking. He did that on the bus one time and then projectile vomited all over the back of the bus. Fucking wild. Do you remember that? Oh, dude, he had never chewed before, I don't think, and he was trying to be a badass, and he just sat on our school bus, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I lived in the middle of nowhere, so our bus ride to school was at least 30 minutes. We were the last stop to pick up, so, you know, it was a while. And, so this kid sat in the back of the bus just chewing and swallowing all morning, and it just, bleh, it was fucking gnarly. Yes, I did. Oh my god, Sarah, I finished Butterfly Garden the day before yesterday, and I started the second book in the series. Oh my god, my dudes. I was talking to shit about talking to shit? I was talking to chat about it the other day, but holy shit. Butterfly Garden is wild. Major, major trigger warnings in terms of like assault and battery and female raping. I can't say it lightly. That's there. It is in there. But the book was so good. It was so well written and like stupid fast. I love a book that's just nonstop. Like there's no part of it where I'm like feel like I want to skip some pages and see where the action is. You know, it just never stopped. I really, enjoyed it. How do you say that? Yeah, yes. I don't ever want that to happen to me, and it was horrifying, but it was a really good book. Had a plastic bottle taped up to hide the spit and just pop it into your coveralls back pocket. That's exactly what the boys in school used to do. All the boys. And honestly, my entire softball team. But softball girls are a different breed. I did not chew. I've never understood it. I don't get it. Like, I got myself to be okay with alcohol because at least with alcohol, you got a little buzzed. But with chew, I was like, I don't get why you're doing this. But all my softball team chewed. It was so gross. No shame, just gross. No, a Furby butt plug, please share. How the heck do you do that thing with your tongue? That GIF is me doing it a couple times, just looped perfectly. But I mean, you just stick that shit out and woggle it. My tongue's coffee colored right now, so it's kind of gross. But just pop that shit out and waggle it around. I don't know. People that swallow dip or spit are missing a part of their brain. I honestly think he was just trying to be cool. Like someone offered him dip. I don't think he'd ever dipped before. Like I don't know. We were in high school. Everybody was trying to be impressive in high school. Let's be honest. What the fuck, Sales? What is that? Hold on. Dude, right? Honestly though, I really liked the way it was written though, Sarah. I've been talking to Chad about it a lot, and no spoilers for those who like to read. If you want to read, the book is called Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchison, and it's free on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle, aka you have Prime, you can read it for free. It's really good, really fast paced, major trigger warnings. I just have to say that over and over. Like, please don't dive into this book if you get emotionally, and I'm seriously talking like emotionally traumatized by being reminded of sexual trauma and things like that. It's definitely a major feature in the book. But I don't know, man. I don't want to spoil it. It's so good. You just got to read it. It's like Old Boy, exactly, Rod. Yes, it's so fucked up. Like, you feel weird saying you like it. Like, it's a really good movie, but my brain. Yes, exactly. Oh my god, the Furby butt plug. Stop. Sales is. Oh, there. I don't. That gives me physical pain, though. Why? What the fuck, though? No. Yes. Oh my god, Trouble Magnet. That's such a good comparison. Very much dragon tattoo territory. Yes. Very much so. Very, very much so. I'm trying to think of how. So basically, the book is written, and this is no spoiler. This is within the first few sentences. It's written from the point of view of a girl who's already been rescued from the situation. So the entire book is her telling the story of what happened to the investigators who are trying to who have already busted the thing. You know what I mean? So I really like it. It was a unique way of, instead of the writing being in present tense, it's her reliving the experience, her reliving her rape, her reliving her capture, her reliving like getting these enormous tattoos on her back by this psycho. Like it was just really, I don't know, it's unique and really well done. I think yeah. And by the way, Dot Hutchinson, she has like 1,000 followers on Twitter. It blows me away. I don't know. People don't read anymore. I shouldn't have more followers than this talented woman. It's the look in my eyes. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was going to be a Furby head glued onto the head of a butt plug. I mean, honestly, I'd be way more. Oh my God, it glows. Stop. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, really? I did chew for a year to keep me awake for an 18-hour room shifts. I've heard a lot of people do that, start smoking cigarettes and stuff like that in the military for that reason alone, just to stay the fuck awake. Exactly, Sarah. You can admire the artistry even if the subject matter is dark and gruesome. I was going to say another really good series, or not series. Well, Graffle, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name is ClassyKatie. It's wonderful to meet you. Thank you for that follow. Not series. It's a show series on HBO, but it's one book. What was it called? Sharp Objects, right? It's on my shelf. Can I see it from here? No. Damn it. I don't remember the author. That's the only reason I wanted to see it. It's called Sharp Objects, and it's really fucking good. And they turned it into a miniseries on HBO, starring Rachel McAdams and oh god, who plays her mom? I can't remember her name. And then if you've seen the New Little Women, the girl who plays the sick kid, the sick daughter in the New Little Women, that actress is in it. Sharp Objects was so good. CJ, if you haven't read the book, it's one book. It's not a series, and it's a real quick read. It gives you a lot more information, like a lot more of the psychological stuff behind the sisters. My buttholes are out. Don't look. The book just gives a lot more insight into the inner workings of what's going on in the little sister. You know what I mean? No spoilers. If you haven't watched Sharp Objects on HBO, highly suggest it. Book is also phenomenal. But it's same. It's like that. The artistry of it, the masterful writing is phenomenal. The way that book spoke to me and the way the show spoke to me is fucking phenomenal. But the subject matter is horrific. Like, hella horrific. So, again, warnings. I kind of like Amy Adams, not, who did I say? I said Rachel McAdams. I'm so sorry. That's the girl from Mean Girls. I fuck up those two all the time. There's Amy Adams and Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I fuck those up all the time and I apologize. That was my bad. Mel! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it 80 swings for 23 fucking months in a row! That's a long time and I appreciate you, lover. Thank you. Thank you. Patricia Clarkson. I love her. Patricia Clarkson. She plays, Sarah, remind me, or correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't she play one of Ron Swanson's wives? Is that the same girl? Same woman? I think she plays Tammy 1. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think so. But it's so good. It's supposed to be... Mel, did you ever swap from a prime to a not prime? That might have fucked it. She is Tammy 1. I knew it! I love her. She's a great actress. Amy Adams, yeah. Amy Adams and Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams is Mean Girls' Regina George. I'm so sorry. I fuck those two up all the time. They're great though. I like both. Amy Adams is fantastic. Oh my god, CJ. Not I mean, we're adults here. We can all admit we still watch Disney, right? So she did a movie years ago called Ella Enchanted or something like that. Enchanted, maybe it was just called Enchanted, where she plays like a fairy princess who gets sucked into the modern world of New York and she's like doesn't understand. And they just came I never saw that one actually because it's kind of childlike. I really like her, but it was very child and her like shit makes me want to choke on my own eyeballs. But they came out with a sequel. And they came out with a sequel recently called Disenchanted. And I saw that my girl Maya Rudolph was in it. And I was like, fuck, I guess I gotta watch these. And Disenchanted's phenomenal. And she is so hot in it. I just cannot. Sarah, you gotta watch Disenchanted then. It's really good. And Maya Rudolph is in it. So I don't know what else to say. Like, our queen. Like, go to Disney, be a child for a night, watch it. It's great. It's really good. I really like it because, like, I really like Amy Adams is one of those rare actresses who's aging very gracefully. She doesn't look like she's getting a bunch of work done. She's not staying anorexically thin like she's still 19. Like, if you've ever seen the movie, I think it's called The Wedding Date. I think, Sarah, we used to watch it all the time. It has Deborah Messing. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Deborah Messing and Amy Adams are sisters. Oh, I love The Arrival. I own it. Oh, The Arrival is one of the best movies ever. Another really good Amy Adams one. I really like her. I'm ashamed that I've fucked her name up. We should cheers. Absolutely. What was I saying? That old movie. Fuck. Wedding Date. It is. It's actually kind of a cute movie. Like, it's one of those. It's definitely a rom-com, but it's about Deborah Messing. She's invited to her little sister's wedding, and she has just recently been dumped by her childhood love, fiance, blah, 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 blah. And so she hires a hooker to fly to London with her and be her date. And her date is, oh God, what's his name? He's like this guy who always plays like a hot dad in every movie I've ever seen. He's not very like, I've never seen him be a main character really outside of this movie. And I cannot fucking remember his name. But he's good. He's really good at what he does. He plays the hooker part real well. Um, it's not John Lithgow, but he's in it. Isn't he in it? I think he's in it, but that's not the guy. Oh God. Is it Dermot Mulroney? I'm gonna Google it. Is that his name? I guarantee. I'm sure you're right. I just wanted to show everyone. This is the guy. This is the guy that plays the hooker. So I mean, It fits. It fits. I love John Lithgow too. I love John Lithgow. Did you ever watch This Is 40? So yeah, that's him. So anyways, Wedding Date. It's pretty cute. Watch it. It's a cute rom-com with a twist that's not the normal twist, I guess. I don't know why I brought that movie up. Oh, Amy Adams is so fucking skinny in that movie. I mean, I swear to fuck, you can see her sternum and her heart beating through it. And that's one of the very first movies I ever saw her in. I really think she's maybe like 24, 25 in that movie. She's really, really young. And now she's like, I believe she's in her 40s, late 30s maybe. She's got kids. And she looks like a mom. Like she doesn't look like she's struggling to maintain some image of a 20-year-old. But I don't know. I just really admire that. I feel like a lot of actresses that I've loved for years and years and years just fucking like, they look exactly the way they did in 1995, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not how things age. That's not how things age. Your boyfriend's dad auditioned for Disenchanted? Shut up. That's pretty fucking cool. Kendo, thank you for the biddies, you silly fuck. I appreciate you. How's the office? What up, Sally? It doesn't stink as bad today. Can you tell someone shit behind me? I shampooed that carpet so hard. He was in Shameless. Oh my God, I forgot he plays a boyfriend in Shameless. He's like her, like sponsor boyfriend or something, right? I totally forgot about that. No, you're totally right. T-Night, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs in the chat. You silly fuck. You're very generous and I appreciate you. God damn. If it weren't for y'all gifters, I don't know how streamers would survive. Thank you. Miss Hawk, Orlando, Zelmo, Haywood, and Zeo Wolf. You're all about wizards. Or Zhao Wolf? Is it Zhao Wolf or Zeo Wolf? You're all about wizards. The highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way. Thank you for being here today. Amy Adams is 48. Shut up, River. There's no way. She looks younger than me. That's gross. That's sick. Is it the ginger gene? Gingers seem to do that, yeah? They just don't age for some reason. Speaking of gingers that don't age, has anybody watched the new Christmas Story? It's like a Christmas Story Christmas, I think. I hate these fucked up titles. Can we just stop with that? I'm not smart enough for it. There's a Christmas Story, you know, the Bumpuses, blah 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 blah. Then there's a new one that came out recently with starring the same kid. It's phenomenal. Holy shit. I'm not even kidding. All of his little kid friends are back in it as adults. It was so I don't even remember why I brought it up now, but it's really fucking good. Shit, why did I bring this up? I totally forgot why I brought the movie up. It's really good. Shit. I said speaking of something, The Office, shit, I don't know. It's really good, watch it. I thought it was cute. Gingers. Okay, thank you. Goddamn, my brain. You know the bully in the first movie that has like the beaver cap on and the really like crazy angular yellow eyes and does like that laugh and he has the little toady that he slaps? I'm not shitting, adult him is in the movie and he looks 25. What is this ginger? Like he lost all of his freckles and looks newborn. But he looks, I mean, I swear to fuck, what I mean, not unfortunate. I guess it's just unique, but what the fuck? He looks exactly the same as an adult. But like Flick, Schwartz, they're all in it. It's fantastic. Randy, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy that they got all these people back. The only people they don't have oh my God, it's Sarah's song. Used to meeting someone who was born in 1990. No way. Yeah, I was born in 1990. Now I'm turning 30. No. Eliza, thank you so much for signing the class. Giving the class. I'm giving Nanny Swings for 77 months.
Holy shit.
When he was 27, my granddad fought in Vietnam. When I was 27, I built a birdhouse with my mom. How am I 34? Of the boomers, in retrospect, a bit too much. Now, all these fucking Zoomers are telling me that I'm out of touch. And now my stupid friends are having stupid children. My stupid friends are having stupid children. My stupid friends are having stupid children. Stupid friends are having stupid children. And now my stupid friends are having stupid children. Stupid friends are having stupid children. My stupid friends are having stupid children. Supposed to be fucking ugly, boring children. I know, Mom's always impressed that my sister and I can mimic songs pretty well. I don't know why she's still impressed by that, but we've been doing that for ages. What say, what say? I'm a bad motherfucker, yeah. You know it. 40 next February. I'm 35 in March. I don't know. I feel like I kind of got like I got the short stick or something. Not of anyone's fault. But my whole life, my mom has told me that her 30s were her favorite. She loved her 30s. They were great. She was like, had a good job. She was doing things. And like, I'm not kidding. The year I turned 31, the month I turned 31, the day I turned 31, the world shut down for COVID. And I just I don't want this anymore. The fuck? Like, literally, my birthday's March 3rd, and I think the shutdown was March 10th. Yay. Eliza and I drove literally the week before the world shut down across the country. Still didn't get COVID, though. We're superheroes. I don't get it. I feel like Nicole Kidman's definitely trying to turn back the clock instead of accepting time. I think she would look amazing without obsessing. I feel the same. You know, another one, and this is, again, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm shading on plastic surgery, like elective plastic surgery. I wouldn't have a jaw if it wasn't for plastic surgery. Y'all know this. Like, shit's wild. Plastics are amazing, but I think there's a point where it's just overboard. It look like Gwen Stefani, Madonna, Courtney Cox. What happened? Like, I know what happened, but I don't understand how these people just willingly let all this shit get injected in their face. It was the year I turned 21. I know, it's so fucking sad. You still have a chance with your 30s. Once women turn 40, we're not considered, like, hot anymore or something. I don't know. I've been told I have to prove it at 40. Who the fuck knows? Just turned 40 in November. Can confirm it sucks. Aging sucks. Ages are stupid. I had a big old crisis when I turned 30 because I figured I should have my shit together or something. You know, I actually had a legitimate mental breakdown the year I turned 30. Maybe that's a thing. I just took it that extra step. For real, had a breakdown like a month before my birthday in California in a bathtub. You guys have all heard that story many times, I'm sure. But my like a week before my actual birthday, I got in to see a psychologist, got diagnosed bipolar, medicated, all that shit. And I shit you not, my poor significant other at the time had already gotten us tickets to go to Disney World for my birthday as a gift because I was turning 30. So I spent my 30th birthday at Disney World having a fucking panic attack. It was great. I tried to make the best of it, but man, nothing's fun with a panic attack. Nothing. Thank you very much for the hype train, you silly fucks. I appreciate you. Kinger, I try not to. I got early COVID in September 2020, which fortunately was relatively mild, but no COVID since. I'm pretty sure both my parents got COVID, like, the November before it actually, like, you know, broke out or whatever. Because the November before the March of the shutdown, both my parents got really sick. Like, my mom will go to work with a broken neck, and she had to call in sick from work, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad will literally try to go to work with a broken leg, and he had to call in sick. They got really sick, and I feel like that happened. But I don't know. I cared less about 40 than I did 30. I kind of feel that way. I really don't really give a fuck about the number so much as I think I'll start caring about my age again once I get to a point where, like, I mentally accept that I have less life ahead of me than is behind me. Did that make sense? Was that English? That was English, right? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's when my age will start, like, the actual number will even matter to me anymore, because at this point, I just don't care. Like, as long as I feel fine, I'm fine. But I am only 34, only. That's old in Twitch years, but I'm 34, which theoretically I have a lot of life ahead of me. The women in my family never die. So it's not really something that's a factor, but it will. Oh, Eliza, I still feel like a teenager. Like, going to my parents' house and seeing all these pictures of myself as a teenager on the walls, I was like, why do I still feel I look the same too? Like, my face hasn't changed at all. The giant mouse would make a sane person panic. True. You got me there. You got your boosters? Fuck yes. Oh, finally. That actually reminds me, I need to try to make an appointment for ours again. Talking about bipolar, my brother went to work, came home, and decided he was done with his 5-year relationship. He should talk to somebody, man. That's wild. Your brother has so many. I mean, he just seems like he struggles a lot. I feel for him. Being an older man's not so bad. Women have it tough in general, though. We just get, like, I don't know what it is, because most men don't want kids. Why do you value the breeder's age so much? It's like all these, like, you know, fucking look at, like, Leonardo DiCaprio and shit. They're like, gotta date a 25-year-old. Won't ever have kids, but I want the bitch at her heightened fertility point. Like, fuck off. I don't get that. I may not look flawless naked, but I can suck a dick. Katie's immortal. I honestly hope not, but it's highly seriously, I'm not kidding. All of the women in my family, and I'm saying with high abuse to their bodies, they still live forever. Like, my Nana lived off of chocolate and whiskey for the last 15 years of her life, I swear to fuck. She lived till she was 90. Her mom lived till 98, I think, like, right before her 98th birthday. Crazy. I'm just never gonna die. My mom's mom, my dad's mom lasted till she was 80-something. Like, we're just never gonna die. That was your brother Justin just fucked up one mentally. I mean, that's gotta be a certain level of torture though, right? Like it doesn't excuse the behavior that causes pain to other people, but as someone who also suffers having a lot of crazy thoughts that don't make any sense, I feel for him. 'Cause even me, like, being medicated, therapy once a week, I still every day is a constant battle against my own instinct in my head. All day, every day, all day long. It never ends. And that's medication just gives you a tool to fight it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what medication does. It doesn't ever eliminate. I don't want to eliminate who I am. Like, that's basically would be me if they put me on lithium or something. And I don't want that. It's the intrusive thoughts, exactly. And so what medication and therapy do for me is they give me the tools to more adequately fight those intrusive thoughts and not have them take over so much of my mental capacity all day long. But, like, that's why I always have music on. Like, when I was with my fucking family, oh my God, I love them so much. But my dad was driving, and a lot of the time he'll just leave the car in silence. And I get it. It's because there's so many people in the car, and the music at the same time drives him crazy, all that noise at one point. But I like, I said this a couple times. I was like, I don't need to be stuck with my own existential mortality for this long in the car with you guys. Like, I need music or some shit. Thank fuck I had headphones in my purse. So I was able to, like, stick one in and have some sort of something. But at a certain point, everyone in the car would be completely silent and just driving. And I was in the middle, in the back seat. I'm not kidding you, between my mother and Zach. Zach on his phone playing some game, and my mom looking out the window because apparently everything looks different. And I was just like, ah! Middle seat. I'm 6 feet tall. I can't even with this. So, yeah, I don't know how people do that, how people just, like, stew in it. I feel you spiritually when it comes to that. It is wild. Well, I mean, when you have a certain, I mean, look at Genova, look at fucking, like, Elon. Not that Elon and Leonardo DiCaprio are on the same level, but you know what I mean? Did anyone see Elon Musk on, he like came on stage with Chappelle recently, and the entire crowd just booed him for 15 minutes, and then he tried to say, "I'm rich, bitch," like the Chappelle show quote, and it was just, it made my pussy cringe. I don't think she's stopped. But I just think sometimes, like, these billionaires, like, they just lose that, you know, being immortal would be an absolute nightmare. No, absolutely, yeah. I don't want that. Had a talk with my dad last night about my brother and sister who have various issues and can't seem to get ahead. Think he's feeling his age and is worried about how they'll do when he passes on. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, he relapsed. I'm sorry, honey. I come from warrior women. I don't know what it is. It's like stubbornly undying women because they all kind of had, like, you know, pretty mediocre lives. Like, they were just like house moms and shit, breeding Catholically, but never died. My bad habits protect my life, but would probably assassinate you. Mark Twain. Big fucking oof. Big oof on that one. I felt bad about it too, because if my dad passes on, I swear to God, I hope my brother and sister don't come to me for help because I won't. Oh, I've felt that. I mean, I have a few siblings who have needed help multiple times in their life from my parents, and my parents have helped them, no questions asked, because my parents, like, they can, and, like, what parent can leave their kid in the dust? Like, I'm sure you get to a certain point, but none of my siblings are that bad yet. And I think about that, like, my parents aren't anywhere near dying yet, but when they do, I might have to change my phone number. I don't know. I have one sibling that I'm cool with knowing my number, knowing where I am. Lord Freetus, thank you so much for sending the class, giving the class 11, giving an 80 swings for
79 fucking months! It's a long time and I appreciate you, love. Thank you.
Oh! Yes, thank you. I love you, Sheepy. Sleep well. Don't forget to brush your teethies. Oh, Kona, same. Like problems you had in 4th grade. Did I tell you the doc added Abilify to support my sertraline? It feels so weird to me to be so medicated now. Really? I mean, I guess, no, I felt that at first. Honestly, Sarah, like, the community has really helped normalize me taking medication for me in my own head. Because I think I've told you this before, but I used to, like, when long before I was diagnosed with anything. I remember working in the hospital and, you get a new patient and you go through their chart, you learn all about them. And 9 times out of 10 usually says suffers depression, takes some sort of antidepressant. And in my mind, I would think like, what's wrong with everyone that everyone is so depressed and everyone needs drugs? Meanwhile, I was quite literally having a current breakdown of bipolar and OCD and ADHD and, very fucked up, but severely in denial about it. And I was just like, I was one of those people that was like, I can just get over it. Like, I just tell myself to fucking get over it, so to get on with my life or whatever. Like, what, I was a bitch. In my mind, I would never, ever, I'm not saying I was saying this to people. It was in my mind. But then you go on treating the patient, and then I remember, I know. And then I had my mental fucking breakdown, fully clothed in a bathtub in California on the phone with my mom, thinking I was dying of a brain tumor. And it was it was like fate slapping me in the face for being such a judgmental cunt. I know it wasn't. I've always been this way. But the stresses, of just like being an adult and stuff made it all compound on me real hard. And I remember when I was first on the medication, and even today, even to this day, and I've been on medication now for 4 years. I got on it when I was 30. I sometimes, and usually it's like around my period, when I'm already like on the edge of like hormonal imbalance and mental imbalance. Like, for anybody that has a uterus, you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not just cramps. We get a little crazy and we have to fight that as well. And I would think it was maybe that or something like that. And so on days where I'm having a real low, I'm bipolar type manic. I never remember which one it is. Eliza will know. She knows it right off the top of her head. I'm the manic bipolar, not the depressive. I think it's type 2. I don't fucking know. I never remember it. Kinger, thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class. I haven't given any swings. I fucking appreciate you. And a lot of people think that means I fly between normal and manic. But that's not it at all. I'm just happen to be manic more often than I am depressed. But however strongly my manic episode is, my depressive episode will be half as long but twice as strong, is what my therapist tells me. That's like her rhyme for it. It's half as long and twice as strong. And so the problem with me is that before I was medicated, before I went and talked to anybody about it, being manic feels great. To a certain extent. It feels like ecstasy. It feels like good drugs. You just get euphoric. You only need 2 hours of sleep a night, and you wake up feeling like a fucking $1 million. You can accomplish so much. You're the queen of the land. And then, anywhere from a week to months later, all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you're in the dark. It's gone. Your body is physically and chemically exhausted of producing that hypermanic amount of like, happy chemicals. And those were the only times I would ever want to get help. And that was my biggest struggle. And still to this day, I will think to myself, like, I'll wake up in the morning, pee, whatever, brush my teeth, and I'll go to take my meds. I know, it's time for a break. Give me 1 second. I'll go to take my meds and I'll think to myself, like, what did I do? Like, what the fuck did I do in the universe? Like, if there was an apocalypse and no more Lexapro, I wouldn't be able to function. I'd go crazy. Simple facts. I can't live without a tiny little white pill every day. I guess survive is a word, but I don't want to live without it. And without insurance, that tiny white pill cost me $384 a month to not want to kill myself. That is fucked. And I get real deep and dark about that sometimes. Like, why me? But I have managed to, I'm working on, it's not perfect, but I'm working on turning that thinking around to, why do I think everybody else is so perfect? Instead of putting it on me, I think that, like, why do I, like, just assume everyone around me is leading these perfect golden Brady Bunch lives with no medications involved, when in actuality, I know for a fucking fact every single person that came through the hospital is on some sort of psych medication. So how come if you're not in the hospital, it's different? Like, why does my brain do that? Why does my brain make everyone around me better just to knock me down some more, when I could look around and be like, everyone's a little fucked up. And you're treating it or you're not doesn't mean you're not fucked up. You know what I mean? You can be undiagnosed and very fucked up. Being diagnosed 4 years ago with bipolar doesn't mean I got bipolar 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucked for a while, just maintaining self-medicating with drugs and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's crazy how your inner critic, like, automatically just makes everyone else better. It's really fucking dumb. That is something I struggle with all the time. And, like, not to reiterate and not to, like, suck my chat's dick, but if it wasn't for my community every single day, like, making jokes about joy, take your joy, us playing the game, talking about mental health, I would still have those intrusive thoughts about that all the time. And I know people that will, like, be on, you know, their antidepressants or whatever they're on, feel better, take themselves off. I will never take myself off my drugs simply because of the shame I would feel with you guys. Because I know as a medical professional, you don't fuck with your own psych drugs. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. You talk to a goddamn doctor. If you don't like your doctor, you get a new doctor. You do not fuck with your own drugs. But you get in those moments where you're like, I feel pretty good. Like, what if I could just stop taking them and not be reliant on this? And the sheer amount of shame and, like, guilt I would feel around that because I have practiced what you preach, right? Fuck. It sucks. It sucks being fucked up, man, but we're all fucked up. I love you. It can always be worse. Might still. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings for 15 fucking months. I appreciate you. It is. It's such a minefield. Shopping for doctors is fucking hard. And especially if you're in the US and it's like, on top of finding a doctor you like, you have to find one in your insurance, whatever, and it's just fucking exhausting. I feel that. I got 2.5 days until I go for a solid 2 weeks off, and this job is testing me. Oh my God, Crispy. What? 2 weeks? You got this. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're fine. You're going to do it. You're a badass bitch. Speaking of. Take your joy. Perfect timing. Take your joy.
Sorry, who's?
Nope.
Did you?
Nope.
Is it the?
Nope. Nope.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Did you ever feeling that tonight's going to be a good night? Sometimes. Sometimes. Right, Jamal? And that's the other thing. Like, and that's when I start, I think that's where I want my thought process to go, is it started with, I'm broken and everyone else is perfect. And why am I broken? And I've moved it on to, why do I think everyone else is so perfect? Because that's not real. Like, that doesn't statistically scientific. I'm a scientific brain by core. That doesn't make sense. And I want it to move to, not only is everyone suffering, you know, dealing with their own shit, but, like, none of us are alone. Like, if we were just more open about it, we would stop having that misconception that everyone's so fucking perfect. You know what I mean? And I think that's what this has done. Like, me literally having a breakdown on stream, you guys seeing the process of me going from being undiagnosed bipolar, unmedicated to medicated therapy, Katie, you know, that's wild. I have to pee so bad, you guys. We have to take a break, and I think I need to run an ad. This is not the soundtrack, but it's a really good song. I'm going to replay it. I'm going to start it over because I need to pee so bad. It is really loud. I noticed that too. Thank you. I'm never bothered by you guys letting me know. If the volume is fucked, please let me know. I don't hear what you hear when it comes to the music. So my mods know that and regulars know that. But if you were like, God, this music's so loud, but I feel bad saying anything, don't. Say something. I don't know. I depend on it. I appreciate you. And there is no equalization of fucking volume across the internet in any way, shape, or fucking form. So between songs, it can get fucked. Like, don't feel bad. I appreciate it because I don't know. And who the fuck wants to be stuck in existential silence? Nobody. Elegant as always. Me. I got, a lovely comment from the boss today. Quote, can I get a progress update? Turned into, let me have go at coding this just to check if what I've asked you to do is even possible? Are you a wizard, Harry? Remove the stigma. Exactly. Dude, Ensville, for real. I mean, I don't know if, to be completely honest, I'm really fucking, I'll whisper. To be, dog hair, to be completely honest, like, I don't know if I would have had the bravery to tell you guys about my mental health struggle if I wouldn't have fucking broke down on stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually just spontaneously cried sometimes on stream for no reason. So, you know, blessings in disguise. Fucking burr outside right now. Holy dick farts. Oh, it is frigid. It's literally like 19 degrees, I think. F's. It's below. It's negative. What is that in the sea? It's negative 6, 7. I don't know. Oh, burr. It's cold. Fuck. 16. Oh, I don't know. It's cold. Fuck. Just give me a sec. I gotta get it back. Balmy 14. Brr. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't windy. Again, I can take like 0 if it's not windy. It's that wind. It bit me. It bit my flesh. Okay. Whew. Burr. Fuck. Boodle. Happy subversary. 23 fuck.
It's almost 2 years, bitch. Boodle. Fuck. Thank you.
Thank you for resumming the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it 8 swings. I appreciate you. Let's cheers. Guys, I'm thinking about not doing ads anymore. Turning down the Twitch offer for ad shit. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of talking about ads all the time. I feel like most of my stream is just apologizing because an ad ran early because I was talking. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to sub to my channel to avoid ads. I don't know, dude. It's decent money, but it's fucking sucks. I hate them. I don't know. I'm considering it. Every month you can back out of it, so I don't know. I don't know. I hate it. Meetings are over? Fuck yes. Ooh, what kind of weed you get, you know? Was it freezing? Yeah, we had a lot of frost this morning too. Did you guys get snow? Yesterday it snowed all day, but it was so cold. It was like that tiny flake snow that just kind of disappeared. Or blew away, basically. Cheers. We had a feels like we're on -6. Is that like freeze your eyelashes temperature? Ooh, I like Skittles. I've had that strain. Exactly, Anubis. Yeah, that wind chill, like, just cold doesn't bother me. I actually really like snow, but that fucking... Aren't the ads gonna run anyways? Might as well get free money from them. They will, but it'll be a lot less. I think it's like... I think the minimum that if I back out of, like, the little contract thing, I think it's like 1.5 minutes, an hour. Versus right now, they're trying to push us to run 6 minutes an hour. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like it. I don't know. To me, it just feels excessive. I don't know. I don't like having to think about it every month. I miss those contracts. Do you got a bunch of Manitoba? Is it nice snow at least, or is it like shitty slush snow? I don't mind snow. It's just that wind. I was able to do some yard work, not be bothered much. Then again, I was moving. And moving makes it so much... I'm the same. If I'm doing yard work and, like, walking the dogs, it's totally different. It's standing still in it that's just mind-numbing. I thought about it, Kendo, because you can always go back. I mean, I can literally back out of it for a month, and then they'll... as long as I'm streaming, they will always supply an offer every month. Based on how many hours I streamed and how many viewers and da-da-da-da. Like, they'll always give me an offer, but I don't have to accept it. I hate the idea of people feeling like they have to sub to my channel or miss 3 minutes of conversation or people like coming by and wanting to hang out and immediately getting ads. I just broke my fucking nail. Ouch. Ow. The worst is yet to come. I gotta find a nail file. Hold up. Oh, I hate having a sharp edge. Frosty beard time could be worse. I mean, it can always be worse. Could be like Manitoba. I forget if it was the first winter my wife from Washington spent here or the second. But we had like negative 13F for 2 weeks and she hated it. Where in Washington was she from? Was she from the Seattle area? Like, was she from the west or the east? She was from the east side, wasn't she? We talked about this because you thought she was from the west side, but when you told me the city, I was like, oh, that's east as fuck, bro. I think we talked about this because my sister and I, born and raised all over Washington State, definitely not in one place. But I mean, I cannot stand being cold. Like, I just die. The ice is her enemy. Kendo, you're very, I mean, seriously. I think I can speak for most streamers when I say if it wasn't for gifted subs, most of us wouldn't be able to full-time stream. Can't you just lump them all into one unwatchable half-hour slot? I wish. So the way that ads, like the way that the options work is the bigger your stream, the more successful your stream, the longer chunk you can run at one time. So for instance, if you average less than me, I don't know the numbers exactly, but less than me, you can't run more than 1:30 at a time or 2-minute ad at a time. My max is 3 minutes at a time, and I have to wait 15 minutes between them. So I could legitimately do 2 3-minute ads in 15-minute breaks at the beginning, and then we get like 45 minutes without. But I can't, like, I would love to just run 6 minutes at the top of the hour and get it the fuck over with. I'm all about get it over with, get it out of the way, and then move on. But they don't let you unless you're like I guess. I don't know how successful you have to be to get the 6-minute ad button, but I don't get it. Humid cold? I used to call that the jungle weather. Ooh, get some coffee. The best part of waking up. Twitch Turbo's what I still have Turbo to this day because I'm in Twitch, you know what I mean? Like, it's worth it if you watch enough Twitch. It's a Twitch move rather than a streamer responsibility. Take the monies. It is. I don't know. It's it's a struggle between pay your bills, but also I think of myself as a viewer in someone's channel, and I'd be pissed if it's a just chatting channel where we're having a good conversation and all of a sudden I get 3 minutes of ads out of nowhere. Like, I wouldn't get pissed, but my ADHD would probably drive me to go somewhere else. And that sucks. Like, I think about it on a personal level as well as like a business level of, trying to grow my stream and whatever, survive. And it's bad all around. Like, no one pops into a stream and goes, oh, wow, ads, I'm going to stay. I love this. What a great ad. Yummy. I can't stand the wind going up my spine. Oh, I'm the same. Or on my arms, honestly. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I have like 0 muscle mass on my arms. But when cold wind touches my arms, my whole body gives in to death. From what she tells me, snow disappears before it settles, and their natural state of anything is just rain. Southwest of Seattle. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I appreciate you guys that you don't mind the ads. I just think about them a lot. I feel like our life is just me. Now I'm like thinking like, oh, fuck, how many minutes do I have before an ad's going to run, as opposed to just being enveloped in our conversation? You know what I mean? Like, instead of, I feel like I can't give 100% of my attention to what I want to because I'm constantly, that's like on the back of my ticket in my head, I guess. Hi, Kills. How are you, love? Thank you so much for 35 months in a row. I appreciate you. Jesus. All I'm hearing is make that bag. See, and this is, we had the same, I remember when ads, like the whole option to run your own ads on your channel was first introduced. I came to stream and I was like, guys, they're offering X amount of dollars for us to run 3 minutes of ads an hour. How do you feel about that? And it was overwhelmingly like, shut up, Katie, and take the money. I don't know why it feels, I don't know. Is it me? Kendo, you silly fuck. I'm just loading a bowl. Thank you. Kendo just gifted 10 more subs in the channel. You generous fuck. I appreciate you. Lift Control Spuds, Lover, Rapture, Doomsday Unicorn, Laughing Fox Creates. I almost said of Scree. I don't know why. I really almost fucked your name up real bad, and I dyslexia maybe? I don't know. John Woos Kid, Lindsay, Aloysius, Mattress Wolf, and Brooby. Y'all but was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. The fucking irony of it. You got to do what you got to do, right? And that's the other thing. I don't know. It's weird. If you look at like the ad options, I'm sure you guys saw them when people were tweeting them out. We get 3 offers, and it's like, the first offer is run a minute of ads, get X amount of dollars, blah, blah, blah. Second offer is run 3 minutes of ads an hour, get X amount of money. Next one is run 6 minutes or whatever your like size is, you know what I mean? And like, unless you are, pulling thousands of viewers, it's not, that's where I struggle. Like, I just don't, I guess maybe I should just look at it at a financial point and be like, is it fucking worth it? You know what I mean? Ads suck. And they're just not even good. Like, at least make something entertaining or like, I think one time someone got a Vagisil ad. That was pretty funny. We all got to talk about that for a while. But most of the time, people are getting ads for, like, Fortnite or another streamer. It's not even fucking fun. And that's the thing. It's, like, capitalism. And that's the other, like, that's my other, like, school of thought is nowhere exists without commercials, ads, whatever you want to call them. Nowhere. Like, any successful website pulling money in, that's where their income comes from, is ads. Like, YouTube, go on forever. I could go on forever. They're everywhere. Even Prime, like Amazon Prime now is offering movies with ads and all this shit. That's where all the internet makes its money. So I get it. And I'm here to help them. I just want to also do my own thing, I guess. I need that freedom to feel like I'm still doing what I want to do. Oh, as we played Hades 3 days in a row because I'm so fucking excited for Hades 2. Did you see that Amelia Tyler is going to play Hecate? She's voicing Hecate in it. I am so fucking excited. Pouring yourself out to participate in capitalism never feels good. I want you to make money because you make my day brighter. Thank you. That was nice. I would say the same. That's the thing. Like, if I was watching, Pumpkinberry or Domestic Dan or Classy Packs or any of those people who I normally watch, Katie Peters Plays, and they were having this exact conversation, I'd be like, are you kidding, bitch? For 6 minutes, an hour, you can get an extra $500 a month. Like, why are you even asking? But for some reason, again, I think of myself like, am I worth the 3 minutes? Which is so fucked. Brains are dumb. Gamer tampon? Wait, what's a gamer tampon? Please tell me. Please tell me what that is. But it never feels good. Exactly what Damien said. Like, that's the thing. Like, it never feels good. That, like, the just. But on the same token, like, if I can do a little to keep Twitch running independent of, Amazon stepping in and destroying what we've built here, then I'll do it. It's such a fucking, I feel very, and a lot of that's, we're all kind of kept in the dark about like what's going on and what's happening and what's working, what's not working, so on and so forth. And that's very annoying. I'm so happy Millie's in it. I'm fucking stoked. Thank you, Chris Deakins. I appreciate you. I agree. But for some reason, I think everyone is different and that I'm not a patient person at all. But for some reason, I assume everyone is less patient, I guess. Oh my God. Learning is really, really hard. So Eyes Bleached, I'm not even kidding you. I was just talking about this the other day because we have been playing a lot of Hades just because last week a couple things happened where I was late. So I want to finish Stray this week. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Yesterday, my dogs had liquid shit all over my house and I spent the day doing that. It was fucking horrible. I'm never going to forget it. However, when we were playing Hades, I was talking about, like, before I played Hades, I'd never been one to be into roguelites. Is that what it is? It's a roguelite, I believe, not rogue-like. Yeah? I think it's because I said, like, Hades Light is what I was calling it or whatever. Roguelite. I was never really into them, to be honest, before Hades. And Hades kind of, I love what really got me with Hades, what got me like addicted to it is the lore. You just keep getting more and more lore as you go. The story's really good, but they loosely but very respectfully stay with the actual Greek mythology, the Greek mythos, which I really like. I love that. I love Greek mythology. I think that shit's really fun. And that's what kept me going. And there was something about the game, like, I was the same. I was beating my head against Meg for ages. And then when I finally got past Meg, I beat my head against Lerny for months. I couldn't get past Lerny. That's the snake, the Hydra. And it was fucking infuriating. And it was like one day something clicked, and now I get to Hades almost every single run. I don't know what it is. It was like the way that your build works, like what you need in your build before you get to Lerny, I've somehow instinctively picked up. And then once you get, like, you know what I mean? For each boss, there's kind of a thing, like you either need a lot of dots or a lot of damage, or you need to be faster or something. And I've learned kind of with each weapon what to do with that and like what boons to go after. And I think that makes it a lot more tolerable, and I get through them now. But I'm same. Lerny is still the hardest boss in my opinion. Easily. Lerny is hard, especially if you put on extreme measures and there's lava everywhere. Oh my fucking god, no. Ugh. Both is valid. Roguelite is generally, I was just going to ask this. Roguelite is generally a game where you can upgrade between runs and keep those during all the saves, I think. I think you're right. It's like roguelites, you take things back with you to the beginning dungeon. You don't like start naked. But you do start naked. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird. The floor is lava and I lose. It's terrible. I'm such a dash fuck. Oh, Dead Cell's Dead Cell's another really good roguelite, I guess. If that's what you call it. Roguelite, that's a really good one too. I have a fucking zit sticker right here and I can feel it every time I smile and it's driving me crazy, but I don't want to pick my face. Roguelite is keeping power-ups and whatnot between runs. Roguelike is you die and start over from ground zero. There you go. So roguelike, you do start over from ground zero. Roguelite, you upgrade your character, but you still start. I don't know. We're going to play more today because I had to start late because this. But I don't smell it anymore, so I think I'm okay. The true test will be when I do yoga tonight and I have to put my face into the ground. I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to do it somewhere else, but I feel like that's going to be the true test of my fucking carpet. It doesn't stink anymore, though, so that's good. Normally, roguelike is complete reset, start from scratch. Yeah, I always knew there was a difference. I just mix up roguelike all the time. Oh my god, my dog had liquid shits yesterday all over right there. It was great. I could not be in this room. It stunk so bad. I don't know what they got into. Both of them got sick. Both of them had runny poops all day. And they did it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, like emergency shit style. They were sick. I have no idea. Today they've been much better though. I haven't seen them take any crazy emergency shits. They seem to be okay. But I put them on like the rice, pumpkin, white chicken, boiled diet. But oh my god, the smell was so rank all day. It was snowing yesterday and I had all my windows and doors open, all the fans blasting through this room. Fuck, it was bad. The particles will still be in the fabric of the carpet. The stain will crust over when you know it's completed its cycle. You know, I actually have, because I kind of am aware of that, like crystallization of the urea and whatnot. I have a special kind of carpet cleaner that is, what is it called? There's a word for it. Enzymatic. I have an enzymatic carpet cleaner that helps break down the crystallization of poo particles and piss particles. Because I do have 2 dogs who have been sick twice and fucking gross. The downward, seriously, I'm not even shitting you, Kinger. That is the first. I do like downward dog, but the one where you kind of shove your body forward more and so your breastbone is on the ground because it stretches my shoulders really well. I put my arms out and like it's crazy, but oh god. Oh god. I don't want to. I might put a blanket down. I sympathize with the dogs having runs. Went through that a couple months ago in the middle of the night. That was these ones. Zach's the one who found it initially. My wife thought she had someone. My wife said she thought someone was making coffee. What kind of coffee y'all drinking, fucker? You need the enzymatic cleaners. I've had them since day one because pugs are notorious for fake shitting and fake pissing so they can come inside and shit on your carpet because they're prissy little bastards. And Millie was like that since day one. If she could get away with sneaking a little shit in a corner, she would. Little fuck. Such little women. Not even. They're little ball sacks. Let's be real. Due to the combination of mom and dad, when he was alive, being incontinent to some degree, the pet's getting senile. I have motorized carpet scrubber. Dude, same. I mean, that's due to Millie. Like, literally, having Millie not having back legs, being completely incontinent for 2.5 years, I have some very nice shampooing products. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Vicks Vapor Rub, I'm not even kidding. I have it literally right there. That's exactly what I was using is Vicks Vapor Rub because it's the only way I could do it. It was so bad. It was sick poop. Like, it was like C. diff poop. They're actually almost 3. March 25th, they're little Aries puppies. March 25th, they'll turn 3 years old. Wild, huh? I know. It blows my brain. I can't believe I've had them that long. We had an enzyme, you know what? Enzyme, I can say it. Type cleaner too because one of our cats had health issues and she pees outside the box sometimes. Yep, it works. I mean, enzymatic cleaners, if you have a dog who has any form of incontinence or you just have indoor animals, enzymatic cleaners are like necessary, I think. Because otherwise, it's true. What happens is, especially with urine or liquids that come out of your animals or yourself, if you puke or piss on your own carpet, they get into the carpet pad below the carpet and they crystallize in the carpet pad. And no amount of steaming is going to get out crystals, whereas the enzymatic cleaners break that down. So you can actually, because the smell is the byproduct of bacteria feeding on leftover refuse. So if there's still a smell, there's still shit. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? Let me go grab it. I'll show you guys what I use. In case you're wondering, I have it on my kitchen counter. It's really good shit. One sec. I get the big stuff. You use so little of this that this lasts forever. But it's dank and it works really well. It's the circle of life and it smells like shit. Something that was not in you becoming an expert in. Dude, I have become the master of cleaning carpets. The secret to keeping clean carpets is, where's the other thing? Oh, I popped my back. Oh, hell yeah. It's this and Folex, which I don't know where the fuck my Folex is. But Folex, it's like the white bottle with purple writing. It looks like it doesn't look like a fancy cleaner. It's not going to have pretty pictures or some little cartoon mask on it or whatever. But I used to work at Lowe's when I had Millie when she was a puppy, and I asked the carpet, like the floor specialist. I was like, guys, I live in an apartment and I have a pug puppy. Like, help. And they told me Folex and the enzymatic cleaners. This one's just the Bissell pet stain and odor antibacterial pet stain and odor, but I use it for any spill. It doesn't matter. Antibacterial only for Bissell machines, blah, blah. But it's got the I don't know what the enzymatic shit is. I was going to try to figure that out. I don't know, but it works. I don't know. That and Folex. Folex is the shit. It's like what hotels use to clean up murder scenes. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look fancy, but it works. Some months ago, I got ill. Not sure what it was, but I woke up feeling weird, went to the toilet, sat there for a bit, and threw up. Oh my God, I've been there. Everybody's done that. Who hasn't sat down to shit their pants and fucking just puked all over the wall in front of them? Or the bathtub, you panic. You're just like, oh my, where does it go? I hate, those are the worst. We had to put my mom's cat down this past weekend. Oh, Jackie. Before she went, she was constantly throwing up in the basement and drooling everywhere. Her basement smells like death now. Oh my God, for real. One more time. It's just look for the Bissell antibacterial pet and odor shit. It's got the enzymatic whatever in it. Don't get it on your hands because that enzymatic is like, it's a very basic, the formula of this is very basic. It's a high base. So it means the pH of it is very low. And it will, if you leave it on your hands, I've done it because I was reckless and just shampooed the carpet with it. It eats the skin on your hands, for real. Like my hands started feeling like chalky and then slippy. You know, if you've ever gotten like bleach on your hands or any kind of caustic, you guys don't fuck with that shit. I was a very strange child and I fucked with everything. But this will do that to your hands. So make sure not to get it on your fingies. Make sure to wear gloves or whatever. But it works really well. I just put it in the carpet steamer. And it helps with, you know, not having those leftover. I mean, seriously, when we first got the dogs, and they were puppies with like
2 months, you came back.
You came back.
Evil PC Diva, thank you.
Dude, for real though. Hail some Satan, motherfuckers.
Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it in swings for 2 fucking months in a row. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, when the puppies were younger, we left the house one time and we left our guest bedroom door open. They freaked out. They went in the guest bedroom and one of them peed on the mattress, like peed on the bed in there. And I swear to fuck, I think it must have been Lilith because the pee spot was bigger than my arm's circumference. Fucking what? It was huge. And I used this shit on it and it's gone. Gone. I was actually blown away. Like I thought we were gonna have to trash this mattress because it's like a memory foam, you know, mattress. It was my one from my old apartment. Amazing. I shampooed a mattress. Like I'm not sponsored, but I was pretty impressed. I didn't think it would work. Like I was just trying to save it so I didn't need to get another bed for my spare bedroom. It worked. Gone. I mean, I shoved my face up in that mattress. Nothing. Crazy. Crazy. Just thrown up, luckily. Oh, I mean, I don't know if I've like shit and puked like simultaneously, but I've definitely had a moment where I thought I was going to, and I was like, I don't know what to do right now. Do I just go stand in the bathtub and like hope for the best? I have definitely had those moments before in my life. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The Folex is in this room. That's what's killing me because I was using it all day yesterday. I just don't know where the fuck I put it because I want to show you that too. Seriously, Jackie, this is important. I need to get it for Jackie. This is important. Jackie has a basement that smells like death. Give me one sec. I'm like, guys, I really like to have a clean house. It's kind of a weird tick of mine. And I have like all the cleaning things. I have all the cleaning products. All the new cleaning products come out. I buy them and I try them. And then I go back. It's crazy. I'm a little crazy that way. On my wish list, your beautiful ass. I'm perplexed, but I brought the jug because this is how serious I am about Folex. I just don't know where the sprayer is. Oh my god, I found it. Just kidding. Found it. One sec. This is how serious I am about Folex. But this is what it looks like. And I swear to fuck, everything. Anything, oil paint in your carpet, resin, bong resin. I don't know, man. Think of it. This shit'll get it. It's wild. But yeah, I go through so much of it that I buy the jug to refill the sprayer, so I'm not like buying sprayers over and over. But yeah, the shit right there, my dudes. Fuck. You need to get something clean. I'll get it up close for you for your mom. Because I support not having a basement that smells like death. The solution to your stain. Shut up. I mean, you would never buy this because you're like, that doesn't look fancy. There's no cute little cartoon scrubber on it or some strong bald man. But I swear to fuck, this, I know, I wish Folex sponsor me. I should buy stock. That's how much Folex I'm very into. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just like to have clean floors. I like to walk around barefoot. How are you, Mickey? Wiki says Folex is methotrexate used for autoimmune diseases, cancer treatments, etc. I'm guessing it's not the same product. That's incredible that there's something else called Folex, though, that does that. I had no idea. Neuro, my love, how are you? No bald strongman? Who the fuck am I gonna thirst after when I'm I mean, there's a reason rich bitches get pool boys, right? Like, get your man some skimpy panties, spray some of this on the ground, and get him scrubbing, is what I'm saying. Must I paint you a picture? Have you ever seen the movie Chocolat? There's a scene in it where this woman goes to a chocolate shop and gets some chocolates, and they're supposed to make you horny, and she's like, my husband has no passion, blah, 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 and she throws the chocolates away, and her husband finds them in the trash can and eats them, and he finds her bent over, like, scrubbing the fuck out of their bathtub, and her ass is just like, and he's like, and they fucking get at it. That's what I think about. Like, I watch myself while I clean the house sometimes, because I'm like, oh, Zach's working, like, I don't want to fuck with him. Wait. I know. Your man wanted to get a new kidney? Wait, did they get a new kidney? I heard about the flight being canceled, though. We were all very, very sad. Kate came in and talked to us about it. That sucks. Boo. How are you, my love, Neuro? I hope you're doing well. I flew to Seattle and came back, and I'm still COVID-free, man. I'm a superhero. It's crazy. My mom got a new kidney and survived the operation. Fuck yes. Good, I'm glad. Was it planned? Like, was she on a list? Like a waiting list for a kidney? Still you. Still me. Still here. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad. I was, for some reason, the way you worded it, I thought it was like an emergent thing. I'm like, people can emergently get a new kidney? That's crazy. I reminded me of the video of a goat going at it with another goat's genitalia. I've only seen it through a duet video, and it's so weird. Wait, going at it on another goat's genitalia, like chewing on the other goat's balls? Goats have huge balls, to be fair. Why did I remind you of that? Is it that? Was it that? Goats, I mean, licking. Oh, that's fuck. You know, sometimes my dogs get a little passionate with each other, and I'm like, your siblings, stop it. This is too much. It's too much. How are you, Mayo, my love? And making a noise. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. I don't want that. She was only on the list for only 3 months. Damn. I was not expecting it, and it was the day after Cake's plane got canceled. Jesus Christ. Not the best mental state for a dangerous no, but I'm glad everything went well. And are you feeling okay? Goat noises are so weird. Honestly, I really like goats. I grew up next to a farm. We had a little mini farm. I've never heard a screaming goat in my life. Like, I've never heard a goat scream. I've never heard a goat do anything other than me. I don't know. I don't know where all these crazy goats come from, but there are some wild goats out there. I'm just bringing Gizmos and an asshole to the puppy on Friday. I don't see why he would be. Because the puppy, I mean, you're getting puppy. I remember when we got these guys, I mean, they were a sniff away from being, like, having their ears shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were still, like, wobbly and a little clumsy and didn't quite know what they were doing. They weren't sure enough of themselves to, like, hold their ground. Like, they would just roll over if Millie came near them. You know what I mean? I feel like they'll be pretty submissive. I think. Because I think Gizmo's only an asshole if if a dog challenges him. You know what I mean? Because Gizmo's like alpha. Even though we all know that's like a misnomer now. But yeah, I think it's only if someone challenges him. And the puppy, A, it's a little girl, but B, it's a little tiny squishy puppy. Like they're literally, you know what I was saying. When we got these guys, they were butterballs that couldn't make it up one step. I think it'll be fine. Oh, Cake's still gonna come on Friday? Oh my god, for a whole week. Are you so excited? That's so exciting. Oh, that's the best. She had told us that the flight was canceled, so that meant the whole trip was canceled, and I was sad. Fuck yeah, there's hope for the world. I'm having one of the worst times of my life in general, but now people are excited about breakthroughs in fusion power, and now Australia scientists find clitorises on female snakes.
Go, Pikachu. Come out. I'm gay.
Netta underscore tipped $66.60. Fuck it, since Amazon's wish list is fucked, then I am gonna do it this way. This is my way of saying, thank you for you being you.
You're welcome. Thank you for that amazing tip to my channel. You didn't have to do any of that, but thank you so much. I don't know, fuck. Thank you. Theory, maybe. I think I have a pretty high volume of chatters in general to lurker, whatever. Danger. So snakes have clits. I'm trying to open that link right now. I have 2 female snakes. Do my snakes have clits? Wait, I have 3. I have 3 female snakes. When I hold them, is that happening? Because I don't. Thank you, Netter. You're way too fucking kind. Thank you. It took a goddamn while, but they weren't looking before. I have to reading this with a straight face. Hold on. Maybe I'll do. I could I'll use B13, B12's voice. Scientists have discovered that snakes do have clitorises, shattering a long-held assumption that the females didn't have a sexual organ. Research published Wednesday provides the first proper anatomical descriptions of female snake genitalia. Snake penises, hemipenes, have been studied for decades. They are forked and some are embedded with spikes. But the female sex organ has been overlooked in comparison, researchers said. It wasn't necessarily that it was elusive. Rather, scientists weren't really looking for it. There was a combination of female genitalia being taboo, scientists not being able to find it, and people accepting the mislabeling of intersex snakes, said Megan Folwell, a doctoral candidate and lead researcher. I can't do this anymore. What? We didn't look for snake clits because there's a tabooness. Help me. I feel like I'm dying inside. Oh my, what? Okay. Let me see your genitals. Show me your genitals. Your genitalia. Snakes have clits and love sex, I guess. That's wild. CK, what's an aortic aneurysm? An aneurysm of the aorta. A journalist in Qatar died from it, so I was curious. Oh man, it's basically a death sentence. So you know what an aneurysm is, right? If not, I can totally teach you. I'm just asking. I don't like, talking too much. I'm pulling up a picture of a heart. Same B12, same fam. Right, though? Help me. I'm happy for these lady snakes, too, but I'm wondering what my snakes are doing crawling around all day. Like, are they just rubbing their high key? They thought guys would fuck snakes if they knew. Netter, boo! I hope your shitty feelings stop going. I hope they go away. Wow, my mouth is not working today, but thank you very much for the kind words. You're far too nice. I mean, Big Bill, to be fair, I've gotten down on a few different forms of genitalia in my day, and for the most part, penises work identically. Pussies, man. It's like Hades maps. Like, you're familiar, but it's a different story every time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I try not to, because as a pussy owner, still different on another pussy. Like, I'm familiar, but the boons will be different, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's no shade on a dick, but they, in general, I mean, you just, you know what I'm saying? You're good to go. Do we need to poop or something? I think my dogs have to shit again. I'm so sorry. Let me let them out real quick. And I will show you aneurysm and stuff, but my dogs might be, stop, please stop. They're in that mode of like, I don't know if they still have diarrhea or not yet. So give me one sec. Procedurally generated vaginas, very much so. Oh, did you see the new video? The video from a game show where one of the contestants does a Tom Waits impression? No. Oh my God, do you have a link? No. Oh my God, a Tom Waits impression and sings about Sisyphus? Shut up, that's amazing. Okay, sorry. I was trying to pull up. I have hearts and aneurysms up. I will show you. Fun story. That's the first Nine Inch Nails song I ever heard in my life. What a good time. And now Trent's my god. Weird how life works out that way. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Dogs definitely had to shit. Had to clean their butts. They're fine though. They're okay. It was more solid. It wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying? But still, whew, I got wet wipes. We good. We good. I wanted to show you guys that. Fuck. So I got some wet wipes just for cleaning my dogs while they're sick. And I'm not shitting you. They're marketed. There's no such thing as this. Just FYI. They're marketed as flushable wipes. And on the front, there's a big old like red stamp that says approved by plumbers. I took a video and I sent it to my dad. I'm really excited to see what he thinks of that. Don't flush that shit, please. You will destroy your own plumbing, and plumbing is very expensive. Funny, but bad. 'Twas the chocolate rain. He is a god. Amen to that. Lowercase g. He never signs with a capital G. Fuck all that. I paused the music. It's such a good song. Hold up. Yeah, let's play some fucking Hades. Just because the dogs are chaotic. I don't want to play Stray while I'm getting up and shitting my dogs every 5 minutes. Cheers. Ma'am. I love this song too. This was my first Spirit Box song too. Hard same. Sorry, I'm burning. Where's my water? Courtney's a goddess. Okay, let's learn about aortas. Sorry, I was moving screens around so I could show you the heart. Nah, Fox. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings for so fucking long. I appreciate you. Jesus Christ. Thank you. So what Zoe asked was, what is an aortic aneurysm? Which is an aneurysm of the aorta. But I was asking Zoe, like, do you know what an aneurysm is first? Because I'm pretty sure most of us are familiar with basic heart anatomy-ish. But if not, please don't feel bad. I'm just assuming that because I talk about it all the time. Hearts are complicated. Just looking for a good picture. One sec. They never show the rest of the aorta. That always drives me nuts. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. I think I got some good pictures to show you. Because I'm very visual. I just assume most of us learn better visually, especially when it comes to anatomy and shit like that. Cuteness. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it name swings for 30 fucking months with that Prime Gaming sub. Don't forget your Prime subs. You don't have to use it here, no pressure, but don't forget them. Every time you forget one, $5 is tucked into the greasy G-string of Jeff Bezos, and the guy makes so much money. Like, let's not. Yeah, a journalist in Qatar died from it, and so I was going to explain it. It's actually really... I know more than the average RT about them because my grandfather had what's called a triple A or a triple aortic aneurysm, and he survived it, which is unheard of. I don't fucking get it. People in my family are immortal. Let me put on... I have to put on music that doesn't have good lyrics I want to sing to because otherwise I'm going to go crazy. One. So, do you know what an aneurysm is? I don't know if I caught it. Let me see if you probably answered me a million times and I was just like looking at things. So, I missed it. How easy is it to cause a triple A or an aneurysm in general? An aortic aneurysm? It depends on your definition of easy. I mean, a lifelong diet of greasy, saturated foods with lots of preservative salts in them will do it. That's easy to some. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's a weakness in the vessel wall, and also it can and usually involves the destruction of the vessel's valve. So, how easy it is, I mean, to kill someone, like a tool for murder. Wait. Like, cause an aortic aneurysm? I don't know. There's probably a lot of drugs that could do it. Really, an excessive heart rate. Lots of things could do it. Outside of that, I have no idea. I haven't studied, death. I mean, yeah, I haven't really looked into that. I'm mostly in the business of stopping these things from happening. You know what I'm saying? I know. I have no idea. So normally what happens is a weakness in the vessel wall or a weakness slash the destruction of the valve within the vessel causes the vessel to bulge out really big, and it can cause a massive drop in blood pressure, a massive spike in heart rate because your body's trying to compensate and you have a heart attack and you die. It's a form of a heart attack. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up on chat. These are the pictures I pulled up for you. Hold on, let me get rid of licky lick. Lick, 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 lick. So, on your left, this one, right, y'all. This is the one I really like because this shows the actual vasculature. So here's your heart in the middle, and I have this is like an anatomical heart. So this is your aorta right here. I think you guys can see my mouse going on it, right? So what this one shows really well is actually where each vessel goes. So the blue is a vein. Your blood is not actually blue. It's more just a way that we use to describe the non-oxygenated blood or blood that is carrying mainly CO2. So your veins' job is to carry CO2 to your lungs, and your lungs breathe the CO2 out because your body is constantly producing CO2 all the time. It's like a byproduct of so much going on. And the main way we release it is via breathing. So that's your veins' job. Your arteries' job is to deliver oxygenated red blood cells around the body because oxygen is needed for a lot of different processes, so on and so forth. So where the picture unfortunately drops off on the bottom, this is where the lungs would be, and where what I've talked about with you guys is the AA gradient. So essentially, your venous blood is taken down to the lungs. Your lungs take the CO2 off and put oxygen onto those markers on those red blood cells, and then that exact same vessel that took the blood to your lungs is going to take it away from your lungs to your heart. The oxygenated blood then goes to the heart, and your heart is the muscle. It's just a muscle, just like your arm or anything, and it pumps the oxygenated blood out into the rest of the body. So, we were talking about blood pressure. One of the main ways that your body maintains a normal blood pressure is valves throughout your entire body, your entire vasculature system. So all of your veins, all of your arteries have little valves in them that look, I'm sure you guys have seen pictures like in a heart of those valves, like doing that shit. You have them all throughout every vessel in your body. And those help maintain a pressure gradient across your entire body so that we don't have like massive we don't have a massive buildup of blood in some random part of the body. If you've ever seen like, we aren't discussing Grant's death. Wait. No, neuro. So someone was asking what the foul play could be. Is this the person in Qatar? Do you know? Because I don't know. Like I honestly, I was like, my job was to save people. Like that's, I can't think of how you could give someone an aortic aneurysm. I mean, I assume a drug that would lower blood pressure, spike your heart rate, do something like that. But yeah, neuro for sure. If you know, like, don't step away. I for real. I was just gonna describe what an aneurysm is. Literally, just my grandpa survived a AAA. You know what that is? Fucking wild, right? My he's dead now, but long ago he survived a AAA, and that's even more impressive. He survived a AAA in the 90s. Wow, in Vegas. Oh, they did. So Neuro says they did a proper autopsy with the folks at New York. No shit. Yeah, so an aortic aneurysm is that happening in your aortic vessel. So the one that's coming from your lungs, the oxygenated blood goes to the heart, and then your heart pumps that oxygenated blood out into the rest of the body. That vessel, that huge, your aorta is huge. It goes down the trunk of your body. It's an aneurysm in that, which is the main, an aneurysm there is that either, a weakness in the vessel wall and or the breakdown of the I always forget the word valves can cause that. It's basically fucking your entire body and your heart at the same time. Like that is like, you know what I mean? It's cutting off the spring. Yeah. It's very shady context. Oh, no shit. Don't get me wrong. But the cause of death, along with Josh, who's a toxologist, both of us did not find anything That's so interesting. No, we were totally, literally just questioning the same thing. I'm so happy that you knew what they were talking about because I hadn't heard about this yet. I just knew what the fucking aortic aneurysm was. And that's neuro. I was saying the same thing. Like saying there's one cause of an aortic aneurysm is really hard. That's what someone was saying. Like, how easy is it to have an aortic aneurysm, or how easy is it to give someone one? That's a lot of ones. You know what I mean? That is yes. Like it's really easy to just eat shitty food your entire life, which is what my grandpa did. That had a lot of preservative salts in it, and the preservative salts caused a lot of clogs in all the little vessels all over his heart and all over his body, which eventually led to a buildup that blew out his aorta 3 times. A triple aortic aneurysm. That's wild. Nobody survives that. My grandpa did. Amazing. I'm never gonna die. Ugh. Najeel, thank you so much for gifting a sub to my boy Neuro. Guys, if you don't know, Dr. Neuro is legitimately a doctor. He's a neurosurgeon doctor who I happen to work with at Johns Hopkins. He now lives in New York with his partner, and he works with the CDC and tries to make them not be idiots. You know what I mean? Quality control, if you will. I also stressed, so his wife, Celine Gounder, is a famous infectious disease doctor in New York. Wow. She and I have done stuff at the White House. No shit. Oh, that poor person. He had the best of care. No amount of information would have saved him. Wow. I mean, no amount of intervention. Well, that's the thing. Most people don't survive. I mean, at least in my experience, Neuro, I don't know how many hospitals you've worked at, but all the hospitals I've worked at, I have never seen anyone survive an aortic aneurysm for more than a day. And I mean, survive is a strong word we're using here. Never. However, my grandpa did when I was a kid. I don't know. Wild. I don't know how. He was not the same. I mean, you don't survive at AAA and come back like hopping around. He lived in a cart and he was sad. It was horrible. But so that's an aortic aneurysm. So I'm sure you guys have heard, no worries, Neuro, you can get, which actually Neuro would probably be the better source in this, but you can have aneurysms in your head, which is where one of those vessels can, the vessels that serve blood to your brain, the walls break down and they can actually burst. Your head doesn't have loose blood just like floating around it. There's a lot of different aneurysms that can happen throughout your body, but it's mainly a breakdown of vessel walls and a breakdown of the valves, which you have all throughout. Like, I think you guys I've told you guys this. When my mom, whenever they want to put an IV in her hand, they always hit or not always. One time, this was like 5 or 6 years ago, they hit a valve, blew out the valve, and now my mom just has one huge vein that pops out on one of her hands. And if you've ever seen like huge bodybuilders, like that liver dude who was lying about, eating raw meat, but actually was taking a bunch of steroids, and you see all those veins, like I'm not talking just you're really lean and you see veins. I'm talking those ones that are quite clearly like popped the fuck out permanently all the time. That's because those people, what happens when you lift excessive amount of weight like that for an excessive amount of time, your blood pressure and your heart rate are at such a fucking high level for an extended period of time, it blows all those valves out on its own. Your blood pressure can blow those valves out if it's chronically high all the time. So that's where those huge, like, blah, 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 shit that, we all know the difference. There's two different, like, I look veiny. I don't have fucking that. Ooh. Oh, Neuro. Oh, sad, dude. Thank you. I will open that, and if I'm going to try to put it in our Discord for everybody. Heartbreaking. On behalf of myself and our family, I want to express our deepest gratitude for the outpouring of support, love, and sympathy from around the world. Here's a message from our family and the latest updates surrounding our beloved Grant. Oh, sad. What a sad. Varicose veins, yep, that's from old age, exactly. Like, a lot of time they happen in legs and stuff because you just don't have as good of circulation. And here on the screen, we say Mr. Aorta and a pregnant Mrs. Aorta. And when a Mrs. and a Mr. Aorta love each other very much. Lives in New York with his partner, and they fucking good. I'm trying to think if I didn't cover anything. Does that make sense? I could try to look up a picture of a heart valve. That's a heart. Relax Lizard, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my channel. Thank you. I was trying to look up, here's a good, That's a decent one. I was pulling up. So this is a decent, kind of gives you an idea of what the valves look like in your heart. So your heart has like the biggest valves, and that's how blood flow is controlled within your heart. So when you have things like heart disease, congestive heart failure, blah, 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 it might be like aorta specific or atrial specific. They might say like left aortic congestive heart failure. That means your left aorta or left atrium, not aorta, Jesus Christ. Your left atrium or right atrium is bulging out because that valve isn't doing its job anymore. You can have overfill, you can have underfill of the heart. There are so many things I will not go into because it's really complicated. But these little flappies right here represent your valves in your heart. You have a tricuspid and a mitral. And then in your like veins and arteries, let me think. You have them all throughout your body, just on a way more microscopic scale. You know what I mean? I was hoping for a real picture because sometimes, I mean, with the science we have nowadays, they actually have some pretty dope technology to get real pictures like inside your vessels and shit. But this one's decent. Sorry, I'm picky. I don't want to show you guys something shitty. This one's decent, I guess. It gives a good example, kind of. That's just your vein flaps. Vein flaps. I love that, valve flaps. But you have valves throughout because in your arteries, you have good blood pressure because your heart is pushing the blood through. But once it reaches the point where it is carrying more CO2 than it is oxygen, there's not as much pressure anymore. And so those valves help maintain that pressure so that the blood can get back to your lungs and do the trade and so on and so forth. It's a complicated process. I went to school for 9 years for this. I'm sorry if I come across like aloof or something. I'm trying not to get too, pretentious about it, for lack of a better word. Feed you shit that's just going to make you more confused than not. What up, Machinia? How are you? How are we still alive? Bodies are fucking miraculous. I don't know, dude. The way your body, what I honestly think it is, what I learned when I worked in a ICU mostly, is that your body like makes up the difference in so many fucking bizarre ways that eventually will harm us, but we don't know it's happening until we're like in our 70s. You know what I mean? Like you start it's usually retirement age, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you have pancreatitis or something, and you had no idea. But it's been happening for a super long time. Like, it's just so weird. Bodies are they truly are mystical, magical creatures. I don't know. They're fascinating. The more I learn, the more I realize I know nothing. Like, I don't know anything. I can keep you alive, but kind of. You know what I mean? Your dad has a pig valve in his heart? That's so fucking cool. Oh, Myron, are you feeling better? I know last week you weren't feeling too hot. Muscle action pushes blood up the veins, and valves trap it from falling back down. There is little to action to push blood. Arteries actually contract to push blood. Oh my God, cut and run. Dude, the best like hands-on lesson in terms of that I ever got working in the hospital was doing an ABG on an umbilical cord. So fucking gross. So one of the tinier hospitals I worked at when I lived in Washington State over in Seattle, it was such a small hospital that you didn't have specialized respiratory therapists for NICU. You didn't have specialized children's. You didn't have specialized adults. You had one RT that did everything. And so if a baby was born in the middle of the night, Katie got to go. Most of the time I didn't have to go. I only had to go if it was considered high risk or if it was a C-section, because apparently that's always high risk. I think they were just using me like a nurse. But anyways, most of the time what would happen is it's so sick. You'd get a call from the baby center and they'd be like, hey, we're sending a cord down. We need an ABG on it right away. And I'm not kidding. In the tube mailing system will come a chunk of umbilical cord about a foot long. And it's like, you remember those toys that basically taught us how to jerk off? That were like a weird, gooey, water-filled thing, and it would like turn inside out upon itself infinitely? The squishy thing. You guys know the thing I'm talking about, right? Imagine that smothered in lube. That's what it feels like to hold on to an umbilical cord. They're so fucking slimy, and I love this song too. It's so good. They're so fucking gross. But what's really cool is if you take a chunk of the umbilical cord after the baby's born, and you clip both sides of it, that moment in time is exactly when mom and baby were still feeding off each other outside the womb, and will tell you exactly the state of their health at that exact moment in time. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of magical and mystical. It's weird. So, like, if a baby's born like a Mac baby, meconium baby, meaning they pooped in the sac. It's not poop, it's meconium, but they pooped in the sac and started breathing it. Or if they were born with their umbilical cord around their neck, or if they were born without surfactants, so on and so forth, we will do an umbilical, and but the baby's like crying and seems fine. We'll still do an umbilical ABG just to make sure that mom and babies are okay. And an ABG is called an arterial blood gas, and it's when we take arterial blood. We usually take it from right here in your wrist. If you've ever had a little tiny needle stuck right there, that's probably an ABG. And it tells me exactly what your blood oxygen content is, CO2 content, so on. It tells me a lot of cool information. It's pretty fucking cool. And what we do is we take that umbilical cord, and umbilical cords, they feel like kind of like a noodle of a trachea, and then they have a vein coiling around them and an artery coiling around them. And when you do the ABG, you have to take blood. We take one from the vein as well, because when it's a umbilical cord, we want both. You have to take it from the vein first. If you take it from the artery first, you lose all blood pressure in the umbilical cord, and you can't get it out of the vein anymore. Because when you do an ABG, we don't suck the blood out. We don't sit there and like pull a plunger and suck blood out of your artery. Your heart pumps it into my syringe. I don't need to do anything. And so if in the veins the vein is easily like 1/16 the size of the artery, and sometimes it's like under the artery. It looks like a membrane along the side of the artery. So you have to get this itty bitty tiny 1 centimeter long, like 28 gauge needle into the vein and get like a cc out, and then you can do the artery. But if you get the artery on accident, you're done. Like you're fucked. You've lost that moment in time. That moment in time is fucked because of you and your shaky hands, Katie. Babies make me nervous. I may have had my way with one ClassyKatie. The water snake. I was 12. Don't judge me. Was that what it is? The water snake thing? I had one too. I had multiples of them. I loved them. I thought that was the funnest toy. It's the best fidget toy to this day. I wish I had one. They turn inside out forever. Not oddly specific in any way, shape, or form. I've definitely fucked one or two up in my life, but everybody does. I mean, it's kind of one of those things you have to do with your own hands to understand how to do it. Like, you have to, like, feel it. Like, you kind of, like, push your thumb into the space between the artery and vein and separate them, and then get that needle in there without stabbing yourself. Do you guys want to see a craft I made? I'm making little craft books to send out in my Christmas cards, and I made a little frame with a snake, and then, oh god, my camera's not going to focus, but it's got real snake skin on it from one of my snakes. Cool. I'm not shaking, you are. Dude, it's so bad, and I only shake when I do fine motor shit. That's the only time. Do you want to see the other thing I made? Blood into wine, take my body instead. This is one I made last night, but I don't know how I'm going to pull it off yet. So it's a little like, opens like a box like this. This is what I did in my kitchen all day because I couldn't be in my office. It stunk so bad. I cut these out of some wrapping paper and made them like little hanging pictures on frames, but you can take them off because it's just a bead. So this is kind of holding them in place, but I'm going to put a poem in there or something. I don't know. Everybody has everything. Like, adults, you buy what you need, so I try to make people crafts that they're purposeless, but fun to open. You know what I'm saying? I get so shaky when doing fine. Dude, same. I get so shaky when doing fine motor stuff consciously. Doing it while distracted is totally fine. What the fuck is that? I'm exactly the same. Not even kidding you. Some mornings, like, I'll, have extra time in the morning because I woke up early enough or something like that, and I'll sit down to do my makeup, and I'll have to sit for like 20 minutes before I do anything. Just sit here. I'll like hang out in someone's Twitch chat or watch YouTube or something, and I just have to sit here calmly for like 20 minutes, and then I can maybe do some makeup, like eyeliner or something. But if I just sit and immediately try to do it, I'll fucking stab myself in the eye. It's so dumb. I can do it on someone else though. My sister-in-law had the best Christmas list. Money or weed? She was the easiest to shop for. I mean, weed's all we want. Let's be honest. Weed. Your medical knowledge is making you seem like you know what you're talking about. Let me remind you that is strictly forbidden on Twitch. You're right. I have to lie. Your kidneys are in your eyes. Did you know? Facts. I have so many screens up. Hold up. I gotta close some shit. Snakes have clits. Maybe your body's still suppressed from sleep. I think it's because, I mean, I don't know. It might be. Usually what happens when I wake up, pee, brush my teeth, run, get home, shower, wash my face, do whatever I'm going to do in terms of cleaning my body. And then, so I've already by the time I sit down to do anything to my face, I've already been quite active in the morning. And I think, and I don't know what this is a symptom of, it's like ADHD or if it's just me, but it takes me a while to go from one state of being to another state of being, i.e., if I've been up and moving for an hour, it takes me a while to feel comfortable sitting. And likewise, if I've been sitting for a really long period of time, getting up and moving, I have to I feel like I'm cracking out the ice, getting the dust off me. I don't know why. It just takes me a minute. I know I lost my kidneys when I turned into a Why are you like this? You think? Peas stored in the balls. Woo! Pucky, you're a state of being. I love you. Thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class 11, giving it 8 swings for 74 fucking months. Can you believe it lasted this long?
Hail Satan, bitch.
It's crazy to me. I never thought it would. Mental inertia is fucking wild. Snakelet is my new Screamo band name. Oh my god, have you ever heard of Poop Noodle? Sometimes if you have a poopy ass and you let someone fuck it, the poop will get shoved up in their pee hole and they have to come out a noodle of shit. And that's the poo noodle. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick and run an ad and then we're gonna play Hades. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave you with that. I'm just moving screens. Ooh, Bobo, what you eating? I love this song. I'm not cutting it off. Shave my anal fistula. I'm a doctor. Oh my god. Do you want to know the lyrics? Like the dark bird, all good witches burn with laughter. All good lovers love till it hurts. All good martyrs have the last word. I had the last word, like the dark bird. It's great. The lyrics are great. I'm gonna die laughing. It's gonna be fucking weird. But I like yours better. Shave my anal with the fistula. I'm a doctor. We should make it a song. I'm into yours. Yours is more original. I mean, This is very original, but yours is better. Stacy's dad. I never had any friends with hot dads. Most dads were dead or something. It was weird. Dads are fake news. Stick around, dads. Prove me wrong. Okay. I plugged my heater into a different, like, hopefully a different, like, breaker side of the house. So I have, like, a heater blowing at my feet because it's so fucking cold. I'm literally dying. I'm just trying to move screens around so we can play some Hades. Will I be okay, Doc? I doubt it. Mercury's in Uranus right now. I don't do that astrology stuff. Me either. My thermometer just broke. That's great. Oh, that's amazing. I do have a wonderful stepdad. Truth. But I don't think my dad was like a hot dad. He was like the scary dad in the garage that was like, "Hey, what are you kids doing down here?" He would burst in my room if I was burning incense because he thought I was doing drugs. He'd be like, "Gotcha!" And I'd be like sitting in the corner, like reading a book, like, "Got me what?" It's crazy. He was more scary than anything. Still a dad, true. I mean, he was more of a dad than my bio dad ever was at all. Still is more of a dad than my bio dad in every way, shape, and form, 100%. Oh, well, yeah, it's like a little private joke in my own head. To this day, I've never dated a guy with a dad. They're all dead. And I'm not doing this on purpose. Like, every time I enter a new relationship, I have this hope that I'll be able to, like, be adopted by nope, they're all gone. I don't know what it is. I think it's me. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. I had 13 stepmothers. My mom never remarried after my parents divorced, but my dad did 12 times. Is he Mormon? I'm going on vacation in a couple days. Gonna eat a fistful of edibles and play that game, dude. Fucking A. Oh, really? My dad's actually mellowed a lot. My dad was like the more realistic one, but he definitely was the disciplinarian. But I was telling Zach, I remember when I got expelled and my mom couldn't even look at me. She was so enraged with like tears of fury for weeks. She could not look me in the eye. She didn't acknowledge me as a human. But I remember I lived in the basement. My stepdad would come down almost every night and I'd be like crying in bed, shuddering because I was fucking young and had never fucked up like that before. And he'd go, "You know what, Kate? It's going to be all right. Everyone fucks up." He wouldn't hug me. Like, there was no, like, which I wish for, but, you know, you take what you can get. But there was, like, comforting words at least. Like, he acknowledged me as a human. And that was something. Like, he was more of a dad than I could have ever asked for, to be honest. He didn't have to. He had 3 kids of his own. He had no way had to be anything to my sister and I, and he was. No weed till Friday? Boo! No weed till Brooklyn. That sucks. Yeah, Rod's dad's a different creature, man. Dude, when they were like, "Oh yeah, Rod's dad likes to just show up out of nowhere," and then I'm like, to just torture you? I don't get it. He never has anything nice to say. He's cruel. He just wants to attack you for not sucking Trump's dick. The fuck? Like, why? I told Rod to come like stay at my house. Wait. Okay, we have to wait. Pro tip: add large googly eyes to your ghillie suit for added psychological warfare. Shut the fuck up. Oh my lord. Fuck, that's fucking great. I hope I live to see this. The Swamp Thing, I really thought Cookie Monster. I'm not kidding you. I thought the same. Is that Cookie Monster's face? Speaking truth about someone's not shitting on, it's true. Absolutely agree. Facts are facts, man. Don't be shitty if you don't want to be talk. I mean, if you're like, wow, they're sure talking shit about me, step back and be like, but are what they saying true? Like, am I a dick? I think a lot of people need some self-awareness in their life. I just found the cap to one of my glues. I used a little screwdriver to keep it from drying. I found the cap. Ah. Okay, let's fucking play some Hades, man. I've been playing my own game offline on the Steam Deck, and it's been quite nice. It's just so good. If you haven't played Hades, I strongly advise it. A lot of people are saying they can't get past some certain bosses. If you want advice, I can try. I've played the fuck out of this game. I'm not perfect at it, but I know a lot about it, I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know what you'd say. Knowledgeable? I don't know. That felt gross. I'm saving Cookie Monster. That's too good. It's such a fucking good game, right? Like we started a new playthrough on stream to listen to all the dialogue and take it a little bit slower and look at all the art and stuff because I played it offline. I was so addicted. I fucking flew through that shit so fast. I have over 800 hours in the game now. It's disgusting, but in the best way. Like I'm still playing, still enjoying every moment of it. It's just such a good game to pick up. I know. Well, like who wants to get past Meg? Honest review of the Steam Deck. Removing personal bias, it's fabulous. I have bad eyes and I hate tiny screens, so I mean, I'm always going to choose to play a game on my PC if I can. But the Steam Deck's phenomenal when your carpet is drying from your dogs having piss shit all over it. And you can't be in that room. You know what I mean? So, I was not in this room at all. I was elsewhere where the Steam Deck is. Great. It's phenomenal. I mean, if you don't mind smaller screens, like I have, hold up. Hold up. I used to play this little fuck a lot. So like the Steam Deck is kind of, I feel spoiled with it, I guess, for lack of a better. Like, do you guys remember these little DSs? Look at that in my hand. I don't have big hands. I can't palm a basketball. That's an itty bit little bitch. But it's Zelda themed, so I keep it forever because it's a collector's. But I have a problem. It's great compared to these. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think where it is. Do you want me to grab it? I can go grab it and show you exactly how big it is. It's actually it's very comparable. Do you guys remember? Oh God, it was the Wii. The Wii where the remotes like hooked onto a screen you could have in your hand, so someone could be watching TV and you could play in your hand. It's a little bit. The screen is literally a little bit bigger than that. It's definitely bigger than a Switch. Was that the Wii U? Thank you. I fuck up. I still call the Wii Switch a Wii Switch, and people are like, Katie, that's not it. I know. It's bigger than a Switch. It's comparable to that guy. I have that somewhere too. I have the Zelda one of that too. I just saw it recently. I don't know anymore where it is, but it's comparable to that. It's really not. I mean, and this is the killer. There are some games that don't have controller integration at all through the PC, and it's phenomenal on the Steam Deck, and it makes me question reality because I'm like, okay, the Steam Deck is literally a giant controller. Like, why can't you have I don't like it plays better on the Steam Deck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, it's great. It's really nice. I really like it. I'm trying to think. Zach has if it's in Zach's office, I can't get it, but I think it's in our bedroom. It's fantastic though. It's very, very nice for portable stuff. I almost heard the squeak from you when they announced Hades 2. Oh, I screamed. Screamed. All your poor critters breathing the poo fumes. I'm not kidding you, Mickey. I had 5 fans going on in this room yesterday, and I use an enzymatic cleaner. I don't use like a heavy chemical cleaner for that exact reason. And the enzymatic, works better at breaking down biological material, piss, shit, vomit, those things. So it doesn't have a chemical nonsense. I use everything that's like hella safe for animals because of that. But I also have huge air purifiers in the room too. It was crazy. That was another reason I couldn't be in the room. Like, it was snowing, and I had all the windows and doors open just trying to air it out in here. It was so fucking gross. The Game Boy peripheral with the magnified screen. Can you imagine how nice that would be, though? I'm going to have to look into those a bit more. I'm going to have to see how it deals with non-Steam games. I don't know if it can. I think it's a Steam. Like, I think it... I don't know if you... Can you do anything that's not Steam on it? I don't know. Honestly. That's a good question, but I have no idea. It's great. I really like it. I'm not Like, I'm still fascinated by touch phones, touch screens. Like, let's be honest, I'm not too picky when it comes to that. If it works and I can see it, I'm great. You can, but it's like a Linux install. Oh, so is it like doing one of those? Is it like a partition? Like you do a partition in the whatever it's called. I've done that before on a Mac. I imagine they'd run fine. I mean, Steam's just the launcher, right? Oh, Machinia, yes. We watched the Hades 2 reveal trailer multiple times in chat or in stream, and I've cried every time. I don't know why. It causes tears every fucking time. Like, I have an eyelash sticking straight forward in my eyelashes. No shit, you can run pretty much anything on it. You can even install Windows on it. So it's basically just a little computer. See, that's amazing to me. I love that. That or hydrochloric acid. Oh! No, thank you. I don't have that in my house. What do you mean? What? Similar, the main OS for the Steam Deck is a Linux branch. No shit, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, though. I'm glad Linux is more of a like, it's not such an obscure thing anymore. Like, when you say it, people are like, oh, no, yeah, I know what that is. I know what Linux is. I may not have, personally installed it and played it, but I know what the fuck it is. Played it, used it. I'm an idiot. I have used Linux, actually, before. I had a lot of... Jesus God on a fuck, that was loud. Anyone else's ears bleeding? It's hard, same. I apologize. That was a terrible experience. Unsub, unfollow, cancel Katie. Wow. Whoa! That made my eye, just this one, water a little. Sick. Anyways, I love the music to this opening screen. It gives me such a boner. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to a lovely day. Not full of shitting. We're in the future, sans floating cars for the better reality. I mean, honestly, who the fuck wants floating cars? The amount of accidents that would happen. We need less cars. Maybe like floating shoes. I don't know. My girlfriend was feeling a little sad, so I let her color in some of the empty spaces in my shoulder tattoo. She needed a shoulder to crayon. I'm not kidding you. I had a friend who used to do that. I'll let people color in her tattoos all the time. That's precious, and I love you. Thank you for that. Cheers. Can I link you the trailer? Wait, what's the game? Yes, absolutely. What's the game? Cheers. Dude, right, Zeph? Like, Artemis can sit on my face till I choke to death. I don't give a fuck. I'll pick those pubes out my teeth. I don't give a shit. Do you think Tesla owners are embarrassed now? I hope not. I mean, unless you're buying one today, like, and wearing, like, an Elon Musk shirt or something. I don't know. I hope not. Probably a certain population, but I mean, he has so little to do with those cars in that company anymore. I hope not. And there are a lot of other options out there for electric cars these days. Like, I don't think Tesla's the be all end all. I think people should search elsewhere. We actually went out to breakfast with DJ Wheat and his wife like a month ago, and they have a newer electric car that, oh God, what was it? It was really nice, but it was not a Tesla. It was, I don't remember. Fuck. It was really, really nice, though. And it was like half the price of a Tesla. Still just as creepily quiet. It looked nicer, in my opinion. Like, it looked more like modern. Yeah, I really don't. I think Tesla, I mean, not in all ways, but in the ways of electric cars being, like, known about. The only reason Tesla is what Tesla is because people know the name. Like, I can't remember the name of DJ Wheat's car, but I know what a Tesla is. You know what I mean? It's one of the, so what Glut says, Tesla is one of the worst electric vehicles on the market right now. And don't they have a weird monopoly on charging stations? Like a kind of strangely controlling, which, I mean, not trying to say like, oh, fuck them for that, but that would be a downside for me. I'm packing a bowl, sorry. It's so keefy. It's so keefy. Unleashed Horror says Hades is on sale for $10 on PS5 right now. That's fucking nice. It was on sale the past week on Steam. I don't know if it is anymore. But even $12, $30. I mean, like I said, I have over 800 hours in it, and I am not the type of person to do that in a game. I think it's worth it. They just have very good ones. Oh, no shit. Okay. Yeah, there are plenty of other options. That's what I thought. I think it'll be great if the Twitter fiasco forced them to sell a bunch of Tesla stock to pay off for the debt. That'd be hilarious. I think your Automod murdered all my messages. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me give you... I have to give you a permit to post a link. And then you have 69 seconds because I'm a child. You just have to do it right the fuck away. Boom! Got it. I got it. Remnant. Wait, did I play the first one? Did I play this? Hold up, we'll watch this real quick. This sounds... I have a weirdly familiar feeling with it. I don't know. I feel like I've seen or played it or something. That does look really fucking dope, though. Did you watch the Lords of the Fallen trailer? Yes. That looks really sick. Honestly, I was shocked, though, because I thought the first one did terribly, didn't it? I love the design of the monsters in the world. Same. The first one looked just as cool, but it got horrible reviews. And all of my friends that played it said it was shitty. Like, I'm not talking, like, professional reviews. Like, my personal reviews of it, people were like, no, don't even waste your money on it, which is sad. It's a third person, not first. That's kind of cool, though. I kind of prefer that sometimes, especially if you can see your character. I mean, if your character looks cool, I kind of want to see him, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was like a very poorly done Soulsy game, yeah. That's what I thought. What up, Donna? How are you? That's what I was... That's the impression I was under. Hello, Cake, my love. I hear you get a new trip this week. I'm very excited for you. Right, if the armor's cool and stuff, I kind of want to see my character. And first person can make me kind of sick. Like, we're gonna... I got Hades up. I was just packing a bowl.